And we are live.
Hey, we really are.
Yeah. It's
No,
weird.
I've never done a live video, so now it's going to let us know. We're going. We have no intro. We are Weekend Adrenaline.
This is weird.
And my name is Alex Carolina. And this is...
Jarvis Stevens.
It's not really his name, and that's not really our names, but we came up with those cool names, and it's for women who are watching us in other states, and we don't want the fame to get too out of hand. And we when I came out of the library the other day, and I had 5 women topless run up to me out of one car, the clown car full of topless women, and they ran up to me and they said, "We want your autograph, sign our chest." That didn't happen to you?
No, man.
Dude,
I think I'm being
We've
robbed.
had 5 episodes.
Robbed of
This
an
is episode
experience.
5, right?
This is actually episode 4.
This is episode 4.
Yeah.
I've never experienced a wave of fame like this since 2016, when I came up with that too. Now that we're live and on the record, I want to say I came up with the name.
And I stole it.
Fuck. Oh yeah, there's gonna be a lot of curse words in these.
Oh, yeah. So explicit
content. Yeah. So it's the 5th. The 4th. And look at that. I got a notification saying that we're live, so we're officially famous.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. So it's been a week or 2 weeks since the McGregor fight.
It's been, I think it's been only 1 week.
Oh Jesus. It's warm in here.
I know, right? Someone turn the AC on.
It's been 1 week since it.
It's been 1
I hate you. I went through Bare Naked Ladies phase.
What?
That's the band that sings that.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, like, I'm surprised that you.
No, I like them.
Which I don't. I'm just saying, but to be in, not the singles, but you're actually involved with a lot, like their music,
a couple of their songs I really like. Oh God, what is it that I can't? I'm really embarrassed that I'm blanking live. It's that one song. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na. I just made you say underwear. Da-na-na-na.
Oh,
Life is fine.
I just made you say underwear.
Yeah. Change into some drier clothes and run through with my gym shorts. I'm butchering it so bad.
I know, right?
And I love that song. Pinch Me.
Yes.
Pinch Me. Oh.
Is that Bare Naked Ladies?
Yes, it is.
Huh.
I went through a phase where I listened to that all through February. It's all I listened to.
And wow,
Is that one song.
just for hope of Bare Naked Ladies, just to come to your front door and sing you a song, or was it the other way?
No, just me and my man roommate.
No. Think about that.
No viewers
When-
yet.
Depression hurts. No, but think about that. If you put Bare Naked Ladies on your key or your marquee,
Yeah.
or Bare Naked Ladies next Thursday, they'll be there.
You think I get a bunch more guys to hang out with me?
Wait, what? No, I'm just saying. I'm so confused right now.
Oh, you mean the actual band?
Yeah, but the marquee says
Oh.
that on like a bar or something like that. Says Bare Naked Ladies. And people are like,
Jesus.
hell
No,
yeah.
yeah, every 40-year-old in the fucking state would rock there. No, honestly, I really like them, but their heyday was the 90s. They're still going. They're all in their 50s, but they're still going. I would like to see that. Dude, speaking of bands that have like peaked and still going, Bowling for Soup. Let's talk about this.
We
okay?
actually cover them. I'm gonna get a Mountain Dew real quick, but you can keep talking. You can,
What the hell am I supposed to talk about when you're
just keep
gone?
going. I can hear. Oh my gosh, I can hear with
Yeah.
you.
Should I name one of our sponsors that we don't have?
Yeah, please. Well, as long as it's like legit.
You said Mountain Dew already, so.
you got to make the logo face the camera.
Nope. Nope. I got my water, my soda. Okay. Well, Travis went to go get a soda, and I'd like to take this time to thank everybody who's going to tune in or tuning in right now. Or if no one's even in there, we might have a comment I can't really see over there, but
No, we don't.
We have something right there. But
I just think it says you're live.
but we have one viewer.
Nick Schultz.
Nick, who's that?
Coworker. He's actually in the extrusion department.
Okay. I just started working there 2 weeks ago, so I just thanked everybody that was going to tune in or has tuned in or whatever. So Bowling for Soup.
Bowling for Soup.
Just started talking to somebody who turned me on to Bowling for Soup again. I was into them a long time ago, like 2006. I went and saw them. It was like my first show, my first real show. I saw Queens of the Stone Age in Green Bay at a casino, and my mom dropped me off there with my friend and then walked away to go gamble.
Were you 5?
I was, fuck you, I was 6'15".
You're 6'15"?
I was 15, man. And I saw this, I saw Bowling, Queens of the Stone Age. They're awesome. The next show I saw Bowling for Soup, and they were a lot of fun live. Dude, the lead singer, he was skinny, pretty average body size.
Yep.
He is like 3 of what he's huge.
He's massive.
How did you know this?
I actually, we cover a song in the band I'm in, and I was looking up live videos because that's one thing I look to and see how they perform it live to see if they're actually hitting everything that they have on the recording, which sometimes isn't always true. Mm-hmm. And I was looking at it, and you couldn't even recognize him. He was just so big.
Yeah.
You're like, how does this happen?
God.
That much? Because I mean, he had to have been at least tops 200 pounds, and now he's got to be like 350.
Dude, he's
it is
huge.
Bad.
He's huge.
Bad.
If anybody doesn't know what we're talking about and wants to Google it really quick, Google singer of Bowling for Soup, and the first thing that pops up on Google is weight gain.
Yeah.
I'm like, how bad could it be? And I was just like, I almost dropped my phone.
Lipozene is like the first, like the ad.
Dude, they would run out of straws to suck the fat out of his eye.
Oh my God.
I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm just going for ratings.
Right.
From our one viewer. But no, dude, it was really, really shocking, like how bad it is. And then on his Twitter, it says, yeah, I gained a lot of weight in the past years. Thanks for reminding me, assholes. And it's like, dude, you're huge.
Well, that's just it. Like when they were popular, he wasn't that big.
No, he's tiny.
And now that,
dude.
People who do like go, oh yeah, who sings this song? Oh, Bowling for Soup. I want to see what's going on, see when maybe their next live show is. And yeah, they look at him and they're like, he looks like the guitarist that they used to have, or the bassist. I can't remember, but
he's still around. The lead guitarist.
And he's huge too.
Mm-hmm. I think he surpassed him in size. Dude, no, this looks like he gained the weight equivalent of the other band members.
I wonder if he went through some sort of depression of all 3 band members. I wonder if he went through a depression or something, because that much of a weight gain.
Yeah.
And I would call it a small amount of time. That's
10 years.
Something had to have gone wrong.
Oh, man. There's like that thing they call the freshman 15. That's, you're not supposed to have a couple of zeros at the end of the
yeah, right.
Holy shit. But no, I was listening to a couple of their songs. I was really into them when I was like middle of high school. Like freshman year, I was really into Green Day. Sophomore year was Bowling for Soup. Junior was Fall Out Boy, really bad. And then senior year is just only Metallica. And then, yeah, I know, right?
It's a weird time.
Yeah. And then that's really when I started getting into guitar. And then I started playing just Metallica. And I never even considered any of those other bands. Like Green Day popped up here and there, but like, it was just, that's what I did. And when I got out of high school, I started just going all over the board there.
I wish we could read our comments.
Now we have no viewers. Yeah, so you're gonna go over there every time.
The guitarist has always been big guy, but yes, the singer really packed on pounds.
Yeah, he did. Thanks for commenting, man. Like that just shows that people are actually listening.
I honestly should have invited him on the podcast. I kind of feel like an asshole now.
So tell him to come to the next one. There's always another one.
Yeah, we'll bring you to the next one. Yeah, because he actually doesn't live that far away, to be honest.
The camera is super responsive. Do you remember the old webcams? Dude, I remember in the days of like MSN chat. Do you remember those?
Yes,
days? Okay, like
do.
AOL and MSN and shit. I remember I remember when webcams were thought of as like really pervy things that you would hook up to, like you have to like set them on your desktop computer, and it was this big round globe eyeball looking thing. It was looking at you, and this one girl that I knew from my high school was like, dude, yeah, I'll instead of a display picture, you could have your face, your whatever. And I'm like, dude, is that really you? Can you wave? And I like somewhat okay internet, and like her hand was like this,
lagging,
like, oh, it was bad lag. And now it's like, how much did that camera cost right there?
I got it on a deal on Amazon for $50, but they typically go for around $100.
There you go. Like, that's a decent price. You could probably get a camera for like half the quality for half the price.
Right.
And it would be fine. Like, it would be doable, and people could watch it without getting pissed off. But geez, like, God, I can't get over how nice, like, how responsive it is.
Oh God, I wish again. Well, actually, we can't. I was gonna say, can you read comments on your phone so we don't have to
probably
squint so much? No, but I'm gonna
have to like turn the sound off my phone.
I remember when MSN Chat came out back in high school, like that was the shit. And I remember mom and dad going, "Who you talking to? I don't want to have that one guy from that pedophile show."
Nick Schultz says, you can't see it, but I'm waving at you every time you look into the camera. Travis, fourth wall, bro. Hell no. No, this is what we do. We break the fourth wall, because that's the fourth wall right there.
Break the fourth wall? What does he mean by that?
Break the fourth wall is when you, okay, you know, in a television, you're looking into a television, there's 3 walls, there's one on each side, and there's one behind you. And then what is in between you is the action, the characters. And if all of a sudden the characters on the screen just turned and looked into the camera and pointed at you and started talking to you, that's called breaking the fourth wall.
Oh,
like there's no fourth wall. It's reaching into you, like into the other dimension of the next world, which is yours. So that's how it's always been.
Huh.
Yeah. So that's why he said
that's awesome.
Well, it's a couple of seconds behind because it's so weird watching myself. I don't like doing that.
It's so cool. You're watching yourself.
I'm watching myself, watch myself.
Be lagging to at the same time, being behind. Yeah,
I did that with Twitch one night. I had this is really weird. I was twitching. You know what Twitch is, right?
Yeah. Why don't you describe it for the listeners if they don't understand what Twitch is? I know we've talked about it before, but
Twitch is just a way that you can watch other people play video games, or you can also broadcast yourself playing video games. Some people do it for money. I just do it for entertainment. I rarely do it anymore. I would like to start doing it again, but I might start doing it again. I do it really just for fun. I did a whole playthrough of Dark Souls 2 just to have people watch me die. And I was getting really, really frustrated one day, and I had no viewers when I really, really let loose one time. And I swore, because I faced a boss like 30 times in a row and I kept dying, and I lost like in an afternoon to nothing. But what I was gonna say was I was broadcasting myself on Twitch one time, and then I had the laptop open to the left of me to watch, and it was about 5 seconds behind, and then my friend was filming me 5 seconds behind, but it was playing it back at the same time, and then he was live broadcasting that to Facebook. And so I would hear myself say something on the TV, I would hear it on the computer, and then I would hear it in his phone. But then he would say something, and I would hear it through all 3 mediums go through his phone. So we would hear it 4 times in a row. So it would say 4 times in a row, 4 times in a row, 4 times, all the time. Yeah. And it was just so weird, because we were like, it was really fucking with my head. I almost said frickin', but whatever.
Right.
This is
you know what you're in for.
You know what. Fourth wall.
Yeah, fourth wall. Dead air.
Yep, dead air.
We could get a t-shirts like that. Anyway, I'm sorry.
Dead air.
Yeah.
They know I'd rip that off from Sunny in Philadelphia, though.
Oh, that's right. They get confused. Damn it.
But I was anyways, what were we talking about? Bowling for Soup. We got over that.
We're just talking about your Twitch account and recording yourself 4 times.
No, but like now I have to double back to think about what I was talking about before.
We're talking about MSN Chat.
MSN Chat and the webcams. And then it eventually came back to Bowling for Soup, and how I just noticed a shocking weight gain of this guy. I'd love to go see them again. Like they came out with a CD last October, and I really would like to listen to it. I listened to a little bit of it today with my roommate, and we both were like, oh.
Of Bowling for Soup?
Yeah, they came out with a CD last year.
Oh, a new one.
Yeah. Last October. It's not even a year old yet. They still sound exactly the same.
See, I felt the same way about Blink-182. Obviously, who's the lead singer? Tom DeLonge?
Tom DeLonge was, and now he's gone, and I don't know the new guy's name, but Mark Hoppus also sings.
Yeah, but that, what is it, California Drive? All I know is there's like a zombie in it. What the hell's that
It's
album?
this new series. I think it's just called California.
Anyway, I wasn't very happy with it.
No,
It sounded too easy, cheesy. I don't know how Richard Bastion, what he thought of it.
dude, that's why my eyes got really big when you mentioned that. I can only hear on my left ear now.
What?
Yep.
Oh,
I think I'm okay.
okay.
Richard Bastion does not like Blink-182, and for a very, very specific and honest reason. He thinks that they're in their 40s. They have kids who are like 15, 16 years old, I think.
Yep.
And how are you still singing about shit in high school when you got gray fucking hair? At least he says he defends it by saying at least Green Day evolved their lyrics as they were growing up.
Yeah. I can agree with that. I can definitely agree with him on that.
Yeah.
I know that there's someone who I knew that hated Blink-182 just because all their music was about pretty much getting with teenage girls, or at least just getting their pants wet, you know, or moist.
They're moist. Moist.
We lost all of our
me.
female listeners.
No. I think it's a fad to be bothered by that word. No one gave a shit about it until like recently. Moist. Who gives a fuck? It's talking about cake or the damp. I'd rather hear the word moist than damp.
Yes.
Or you know, drizzle. I'd rather honestly hear the word moist than damp.
Just when you say damp is disgusting.
I'm saying it gross.
Yeah, I don't know. Like there's a word. There are certain words that bug the crap out of me, depending on how they are pronounced. Like the word pop. I hate pop. I hate it.
Pop.
Hey, can you get me a pop? No, asshole.
Turn on the pop music station.
I think it's only when it's soda reference. Can you get me a pop? And I hate it. Even saying it right now, I hate it.
This pop is pretty good.
Oh, but you didn't say it right. You got to put more emphasis on the P.
No, I don't like doing that.
Hey, can you give me a pop?
It's weird. I don't like making weird things with my mouth.
Well, okay.
I just don't. It's embarrassing to me. I don't like doing it.
You got any trigger words? Other than the N word? I know you freak out every time you hear that.
As people saying as fuck now or AF. That is cool AF. Fuck off with that shit. I don't care if you say it in person. Or no, if you say it on the internet, it's a goofy internet thing to say. It's like YOLO. I still say YOLO, to be honest.
I like to say carpe diem. Do not fit the
carpe diem.
Yeah.
Oh, seize the day.
Isn't it the same damn thing?
It's the same thing, but it's just it's a hip version of carpe diem. YOLO.
Yeah, I don't like who started it.
Drake?
Was it Drake? I thought it was JB.
Who's Justin Bieber?
Yeah.
No,
he just
I'm pretty sure it was
on
Drake. If someone in the comments can clarify who started YOLO for real, that'd be cool. This is great about going live. Now we can just straight up answer questions or take requests or like, if you have any questions about us, and we'll also have guests on all the time. If you want to be a guest on this show, we're located at
www.weekendadrenaline.facebook.
I was gonna straight up just give your address.
Oh my gosh!
I don't know your address.
Yeah, we started saying a bunch of stuff, and next thing you know, people are coming with pitchforks and.
Dude, if we could incite a riot, that's kind of famous.
We better be. My sister's not saying that we're not live.
What? It says we're live right now. What's that say in the corner there? We have to be live.
Yeah, if we're not,
we are.
Your
sister's screwing with you, dude.
Oh, she's on SoundCloud, the silly goose.
Goose. No, it's totally fine. We have 2 viewers.
2 whole viewers.
Yeah.
Man, to the 2 viewers, I don't know who. I know one, I think, is Nick. That's why I want to keep up on this. My phone's going to die, too. Where the hell? Yeah, I think it's so funny. But what were we talking about before now? Now we're losing track. All this fame is getting us all started. All crazy.
No, we're fine, dude.
Are we?
Just keep the momentum going, and as long as
just keep saying words.
I can't even figure out where the live thing is. There we go. I've got it.
2 old viewers. Been on for
It says is live
shoot.
now. Whoops. That's gonna
me.
be way in the back there. That's gonna replete.
I wanna communicate with
creamy.
Shutter.
Yeah, we have 2 viewers.
Ah,
Creamy.
I'm glad.
Your sister is. Just tell her to go on Facebook.
I did.
Okay.
I hope she listens.
Shit.
Shout out.
I did forget what we were talking about. I said if
Bowling
you
for
want to
Soup,
be
Blink-182.
No, I'm like if you want to actually come on here and talk with us. But yeah, Bowling for Soup and Blink-182. Blink just. I really liked them when I was in I actually liked them in grade school.
Yeah.
Yep. And no one else fucking knew about them, and I thought it was kind of cool. And when I got to high school, like everybody was talking about them, and I got over it, and I just said fuck it. And I wasn't one of those people that was like, as soon as a band got popular, or as soon as like a band got noticed, I bailed, because I loved Fall Out Boy. But I liked them when they came onto the radio. I'll admit, I had no idea who they were. Like, I liked them when their Cork Tree album came out. They had 2 albums before that never got to the radio. I mean, they probably got all over Chicago, where they're from, but I never got into them before the mainstream. And then I followed them up to this point. I guess I got a bunch of new music now, and I have no clue. I heard 1 new song by them, and I hated it.
Oh, which one was that? Was it?
I don't even know the name of it.
By Fall Out Boy, correct?
Yep.
That was
no clue what the song is.
I'm pretty sure it was Uma Thurman.
No, I love that CD.
Really?
I love American Beauty, American Psycho. Yep.
So it's even newer than that.
Their CD before that I really didn't like. It was called Save Rock and Roll.
and
it was with fucking Elton John. Are you kidding me? Elton John is sitting around in his pajamas playing piano for the rest of his life with his glasses. Dude, he doesn't do shit with rock and roll. I mean, okay, in the 70s and 60s
with
and 70s.
Crocodiles, he does.
With Crocodiles?
Yeah.
What?
Crocodile Rock.
Croc Rock?
Yeah, Crocodile. Haven't you heard Crocodile Rock?
No, I'm not an Elton John fan.
Oh, well.
I respect Elton John. I just don't care for him.
Oh.
Are you cooking something in here?
No.
It smells like macaroni.
That's my 3 days of not showering.
No, it smells nice. That is your 3 days of not showering. That is ballsy that you would admit that live on the air. Creamy. Your friend was like, dude, the word creamy makes me shiver. Creamy. There we go. So you want to talk about the McGregor fight?
Yes. So first off,
I'm mentioning Mayweather.
We had ordered the UFC fight, or the boxing fight off of UFC TV. And as some of you may know who ordered it off of UFC TV, they had a hard time keeping up with the, what would you call it, the pull or the stream?
Demand.
The demand for the amount of streams they had. And what was it? The fight just before the McGregor fight, we got nothing. We had nothing. And just to kind of recap, I thought McGregor was going to win. And Mitch?
No. I thought Mayweather had him at the end.
So what we had to do was scurry for a while, figure out what the heck was going to happen. We tried waiting it out. So we said, forget it. So we went to a random house. We just knocked on our door, said, hey, we're out of internet at our house because we didn't know it.
Someone hooked it up, though.
Yeah.
Someone got us in touch with somebody who had it.
And so we were able to watch the fight, and I was on the edge of, well, I wasn't sitting down, but I was just on edge the whole time. I was like, McGregor's just waiting.
You kept grabbing my ass. You were so excited. You were standing behind me, and I was like, I could hear you sweating.
I was breathing down his neck. I was just waiting for McGregor just to knock him out. And what was it, the 10th round? He was just dying. Because he looked good for the first 3 rounds, first 5 actually. But that's UFC fighting right there. That's all the cardio you need. And then 10th round, which I'm surprised either of them made it. I thought that either Mayweather was going to get knocked out first, or McGregor would not have even lasted the 10 rounds at all. And then it came down to TKO. McGregor was winded as hell. And Mayweather was victorious. And I don't know if you guys remember, if you guys did watch the fight, I thought it was crazy. Once Mayweather won, he went up on the turnbuckle, and when he, or if that's what it's called in boxing, but when he went up there and he was like, he looked like a lion. He looked like a lion roaring. You know, I thought that was just crazy.
He came out of retirement. He didn't even have to do this, but he did it because $300 million is kind of nice. And
you got to pay taxes.
Yeah, but dude, he was only $30 million debt in taxes. That's like a peel off the top of his money,
right?
God, I had something for this. Do you remember when we were talking about how much time? They're like, oh, he had like 8 months to prepare for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
He had 3 months. We didn't look that up.
Both of them are just Mayweather.
No, they both. Okay, so like obviously Mayweather's boxed like his whole life, so he kind of knew what he needed to do. Conor had 3 months to prepare to fight the best boxer in the world in the history of boxing, and like I mean that's what happened. I'm not saying like it was a bad thing. I'm not saying that they got it wrong. I'm saying they fucked up. I'm saying like they could have given him a little more time, but I understand what happened, and I'm super glad I saw it, and I'm super grateful to the person that let us come over, and we witnessed history. It was the biggest money in combat sports history. Like Conor, I think even made $100 million. So, like it was still really cool to watch, and like just like how it brought everybody together, just on both sides. And did you notice like no one got like supremely mad at like the other supporters of like the other boxer?
Well, it's not even just that, but I thought that. Even I don't know, the part that I found scripted was the entire, like, even Mayweather was pretty civil throughout the whole entire I'm gonna
take my jacket off.
All right.
You can keep talking.
No, but the whole amp up for the fight, you know, Mayweather seemed very civil. There were no words really for like him that were like, hey, this guy's gonna lose or he's a piece of shit. You know, it was more of. That's why I found it was scripted, because I would almost think that they would both be in each other's faces. Like, I don't know how you feel about that.
No reason to be. These guys have never met.
Well, McGregor talked a lot of shit.
I think that's because that's part of his background.
What, you think it's just
an
Irish thing?
But no, not an Irish thing. I think it's part of his competitive sport. UFC, that is 90% for show. Sometimes these guys don't genuinely genuinely dislike each other, and what you see at the press conference when they like start going at each other, they will like have to keep them separated. But a lot of that crap where like you see Dana White before the UFC, like they'll get in each other's face, and Dana White will have to like keep them apart. It's like that's all bullshit. That's all build up. You know, they all go out to eat at like
Buffalo Wild
Vegas. No, I was gonna say like the Riviera or something in Vegas. They all go out to dinner like that night. They're all having steak and lobster. They probably go up to the Mirage and get prostitutes for each other.
Nice.
No, I'm guaranteeing you that. I'm guaranteeing you that's what they do. And yeah, Conor definitely had some more trash talk, and I think that's had the part of it it had part of it to do with. Also, Conor's 28. 28 years old.
Yeah.
He's young and he's just crazy, and he knows how to sell himself. Could you imagine if there was no trash talking? You just hear crickets every time during the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Mayweather didn't have to trash talk. All he had to do was just stand there and just kind of just take it. Mm. And he did some trash talk, like when he brought out that $100 million check.
Yep.
And he's like, look, I haven't even cashed this yet. He just walks around with it.
Yeah.
Like it's like a little bragging tip or something. He didn't need to, but yeah, it was all in all, it was a really, really good experience. I've never done anything like that. Like in 2004-ish, WrestleMania 20, when I was 14 years old, my dad was like, tell you what, I'll buy it for you. Have some friends come over. We can all watch. You can all watch it in the living room or whatever. And like right as it was about to play, it didn't play. And we were so sad that my dad's like, well, fine, let's go to Family Video. And we rented like a bunch of old wrestling pay-per-views from like 4 or 5 years ago, back in the 90s. And we watched those instead on DVD. And it was it was enjoyable, but like then the next day they found out that like it was the most bought pay-per-view in history up to the point. And they didn't give refunds. I think they gave my dad's like, we got half our money back because then they played it the next day.
Oh,
but who gave a shit? It was all over the internet. That was like 2004 when like internet was almost in every home yet. It was going to be in every home. It was becoming affordable. So, I mean, whoops. Oh, that didn't like sound too loud when I slammed my hand down.
Nah.
So like it was cool to watch. Like I rewatched it the next day after school alone. All my other friends knew all the results, so it's like, well, why do you need to come over and go home to my Nintendo 64 or PS2 or whatever was going on at the time?
Right.
So but yeah, I remember when I said that like 2 hours before the show started, I'm like, what if it happens again? It's like 15 years later now or something. No, it's like 12, 13 years later. And I'm like, what if they can't handle the influx of traffic, the demand, the bandwidth, all that crap? And it does happen. And like you Googled it in like 10 minutes after it happened, you Googled it and sure enough, like website down. By the way, did they ever give you any money back? Refund?
That is what I wanted to say. I think Dana White came out on Facebook too or something like that and said that we are sorry for everything that had happened. And I did email them and wanted a refund, and I didn't have to talk to anyone. I did have to wait, and so I did talk to my credit card company, but they're like, well, we can process it if you want, and you can get your money back, or you can wait a while. And I said, it's only been a day. I said, I'll wait a week and see if they get back to me. And like maybe 2 or 3 days later, I had the full refund in my account. So, yep. And so I'm wondering just how much they must have lost their asses on that.
I don't think so.
Because they probably had to hire a streaming company to, well, no, because then they're liable for that then too. I don't know what the hell would have happened.
I bet UFC took a hit. The streaming company, whoever supplied them with the ability to stream, took a hit. And that would be it. Because those are the parties responsible. The parties responsible are the only people that had to give anything back. And I'm assuming what they're saying. No, you can keep your phone by you.
No, because it's going to vibrate, and I don't want that to happen.
Turn the vibration off. We're still live. We got one viewer.
Yep, that's my old bandmate. We went through a lot of bands together. If we can kind of get off on the Conor McGregor thing. I mean, obviously,
I'm done talking about it.
All right. When I was in high school, there was a small band that was playing around, and he was a lead singer and guitarist in there too. And you know, there was a lot of things to learn from there. And being in a band now, you know, it's all those stepping stones that make you who you are and stuff. And realizing what are good situations, bad situations, and
Stop. What's your band's name?
Currently, Screamline.
And can they find you on Facebook?
They can find me on Facebook.
Cool. Always self-promote.
Yeah, well, I don't want to sound like egotistical or nothing with that, but since I'm already on the track for this, we do have a gig September 16th at the Pit Stop in, I believe, Kaukauna, and it's just by WIR. So if you're doing nothing at 8 p.m. and you just happen to be in Kaukauna, stop on by.
Is there a cover charge?
I don't think so.
Good.
I don't. But yeah, it's a long haul if you live here in Fond du Lac or even further. But because obviously you're gonna want to drink, and I do not condone drinking and driving at all.
Mm-hmm.
They have so kind of to go off on there. I said what I needed to say, but this weekend I went out for my birthday, and we had used an Uber for the mode of transportation because we're like, if we're gonna be drinking, there's no point in having to have that, you know, first off, the insurance problem. If you get a drunk driving, your insurance goes up. Mm-hmm. And then to maybe kill someone. Is that even worth it? But anyway,
no.
$8. We went to sing karaoke, and it was just nice to have access there.
Can you talk a little quieter?
Oh, sorry.
It's just getting a little too loud.
Okay.
No, sorry.
So where was I on this?
Sorry.
So we used it, and to be honest, they did I know it's just like each individual car, but the car we used both of them were awesome. The drivers were cool, and like the driver was like, yeah, I've got 2 kids, and this is my little side gig. So that was kind of cool. He's like, so you might find some cookies or French fries in the in the seat, but
those are yours.
Yeah. Ooh, bonus food.
Help yourself. Yeah. They got they got bonus fuzzy on them. Dude, I don't even know what Uber is. I know it sounds bad, but like, okay, so like my perception of it isn't it's just anybody can do it.
Yeah. You can.
You're just being a taxi.
Essentially being a taxi. Yep.
Okay. That's it.
I mean, that's pretty much it. You're on your phone. They pick probably the closest one or someone who can volunteer to get to your area to do it. Or if you have a specific kind of vehicle you want to use, you can probably. I think you can do that too. And yeah, I mean, it was affordable and it was nice. I mean, they didn't drive like a-holes, and I'm sure there's like a little contract they have to sign to uphold everything. So, yeah, overall, a great experience. And I think Lyft is the one that is plummeting. I think Uber's still
really
good, but
yeah, because on my phone, if I plot a course on my maps, it says request Lyft, LYFT. There's no option to request Uber or Uber, UBR. Yeah, if I tap my phone and it'll say request Lyft, and I'm like, what the hell is Lyft? I Googled it, and it was the same thing as Uber, except it's like a competing thing.
Yeah.
And you never hear from Lyft. You never hear of it. It's always Uber. It's always Uber.
They must have some sort of contract with Google, if that's what you use. Or is it Apple Maps?
No, my Apple Maps, my phone map.
Oh.
Yeah. It is weird. I love those maps. Those maps took me across the United States, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, dude. I never got lost once. I love those maps. I'll never use Google Maps or anything. Sorry, Google Maps. But no, I'll never, ever use anything else besides that.
I had bad experiences with Apple Maps, so I'm using Google Maps.
I went in the deserts of Utah and Colorado and the mountains of Colorado and the Arizona, all that crap. I never got lost with it. Ever. It never went out.
I don't know what it was for me that killed me for using it, but all I know is I prefer the Google Maps. I sound so old. Oh, speaking of getting old, I wanted to talk to you about that AF or YOLO. I find that I'm getting older when I don't understand what the new hip acronym is. AF. There were some other ones that are out there, but I'm like, if I'm lost, I'm like, first off, do I even invest the time to see what it is to look into it?
Yeah.
No, I really don't want to. And then everyone starts using it. I'm like, now I'm in the back.
Now you have to know.
Yeah. And then I do it. I'm like, oh, why didn't I know that? I get frustrated.
In all honesty, I don't think there's any pride in not knowing what something means, like with the fancy words. And like, yeah. And if you feel old now, dude, I was 21 years old and I went to a private school. So, it was a lot of partying with drinking. There wasn't a lot of smoking going around. And when I got out of high school, started working jobs, and I started hearing people talking about, you trying to get some loud?
I'm lost.
Yeah, they would ask people, like, you trying to get some loud? And I was like, are you trying to get a sound system? Or turns out it was just weed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I guess loud is weed. There was someone, some people were
sense.
saying, are you trying to match or something? I think that was weed too. I never got it. I never fucking got it, dude. It's just, I never cared to know.
Right.
But I was always so in the dark when somebody said, dude, when somebody first said, dude, I was dipping the other day, I'm like, oh, I didn't know you chewed. This wasn't the other day. This is when I was like real young, like 20, and like, yeah, I'm dipping, man.
That's what I'm thinking it is right
leaving. No, it meant I'm leaving. I'm getting out of here.
Oh.
Yeah. This is the segment of the podcast called Mitch and Travis Are Old. Where Mitch and Travis don't know shit. The worst one to me was they're not to me. I'm gonna name drop here.
Don't do it.
Mitch Connor, fine. The guy who was on the podcast named Mitch Connor, to avoid his own embarrassment, since this is live, and I should probably be careful what do I say. He told me that when he was in high school and the kids were talking about Molly, like, yeah, dude, Molly's awesome. Yeah, fucking. And he goes, I don't know any Mollys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like, he said he was so embarrassed by it. I'm like, why? Dude, it's a fucking, it's totally fine. I get it.
This was back in high school?
He said it was either in high school or right out of high school, yeah.
Because I know in college, that's when I was hearing about the Molly.
He was never in college. I don't think he ever went to college, but Yeah, I didn't hear about Molly till like 4 years ago.
2011, 2012-ish.
Really?
That's the first time I heard about it.
I turned 21 in 2011, but I didn't start really going out till late 2013.
Really?
I didn't. No, I had no reason to. I didn't want to go.
Really? I'm surprised that, there are a lot of people who, as soon as they turn 21, they just turn to alcohol. Well, I wouldn't call it
They fall
the
off the deep
partying
end.
lifestyle, I would say. Especially if you were sheltered by it.
Yeah. Yes, dude. I was at a family gathering a couple days ago, and this kid was I didn't meet him. He's long distance, whatever. And I saw him. He was 14, and he was going through the fridge in the garage, and he's going past all the beer, and he grabs a orange soda. I'm like, dude, you have a beer? And his dad's right there. He's like, no. And I was like, hey man, it's all those weird private school kids that go off the deep end with alcohol when they turn 21 because all their parents sheltered them.
Yep.
These kids are Catholic, and the guy's like, what is wrong with you? I'm like, it's a joke, dude. Relax. It's a fly near me. But I'll tell you, dude. I swear to God, dude. As I've seen so many kids who get like super sheltered, and when they go off to college, like especially like if you get super duper good grades, you're super sheltered. You get really good grades because you have nothing distracting you, no partying, no fun, and then you end up getting a really really nice scholarship somewhere, like way out of state or even in the state, but way far away. You're not near your parents anymore, and you have all this shit surrounding you. You don't know what's good, what's bad. You don't know your limits on anything. Mm-hmm. There's a very good chance you can do way too much and get in some trouble.
Right.
Like to your body or to your, maybe you think you're okay to drive, and there's a bug in here. Maybe you think you're okay to drive, and you make the wrong choice.
Right.
One really quick thing to go back to being old and shit. God damn, this gnat is bothering me, dude. I'm afraid I'm gonna eat him or something.
It's supposed to be a gnat-free house too. Damn it.
Your mom fucked up.
Yes.
Sorry, Mrs. Sever. So anyways, when I went to Mitch Connor's bachelor party, we came back and we were racing, like we were 4 hours up north, and we raced back to Fond du Lac. It's kind of fun.
Like a literal race?
Oh yeah.
Like you guys are pushing like 63 or something, or what?
No, we were just whoever comes back, because we actually took 2 different roads to get there.
Oh, nice.
And we got there just almost at the exact same time. And he's like, oh no, we went through like the other section of the state first. and then we went way over here. And I'm like, wait, how did you traverse like a different part of the state of Wisconsin? You still got here at the same time. Okay. What? Gnat. Oh yeah, it's like right by you. And we ended up having a race back to his house. I'm like, okay, first person in front of his garage is the winner. We get there obviously like 10 minutes ahead of time, and he live video calls me on my phone, and I'm looking at him, and he's like, yeah, what's going on? We're like 20 minutes away. I was just, bragging, we're going to beat you. And I'm like, oh yeah. And I'm like showing him on in front of his house. He's like, oh God damn. I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. You're using up all my data. And I pull the phone away from my face. I'm like, how do I hang up on you? And I started shaking the phone, and I look over, and my buddy is just laughing, like bent over. And he goes, that's the most fucking dad thing you've ever said. How do I hang up on you? I'm like 26, no kids. And I'm like shaking a phone because I don't know how to hang up on somebody. Fucking, yeah. So don't ever feel bad because you're old and you don't know the cool shit.
I just recently had to help my grandpa transfer some photos using Bluetooth. And the new phones, they all get shut off on the back, and I'm used to having them on top or on the side. So I'm like, how the hell do you shut this off? And he doesn't even say anything. He just hits the button. I'm like, God damn.
Your grandpa?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So I'm like, wow. I'm over here trying to transfer things by Bluetooth, and he does the simplest task. I'm like, I need to start paying attention more to technology. And
how old is your grandpa?
I think he's, God damn. He can't, I can't even guess. I don't know. He's either late 50s, early 60s.
What?
I think my grandma was
was
robbing the cradle.
Your grandpa was young. Is young.
He's my step grandpa. I know they're a good amount of years away.
Robbing the cradle.
Yeah.
Or is he robbing the grave?
I don't know.
Whatever.
One of the two.
I always say that. Like if one of them's a super old, young or old, I always say robbing the grave because it's darker and
Yeah, right.
just laugh at shit more. I don't know.
Speaking of that, can you marry a dead person? Could you do? No, you can't.
Just look right in the camera and be like, well, audience, one person.
So he commented. Can you see what that is? I mean, bugging the crap. I can't get it on my phone.
I'll check it out.
Damn thing's dead.
It died?
Yeah.
Go charge it.
Was it like 10%? You really want me to?
Yes, I do.
It's gonna take me like 5 minutes.
So what?
All right.
You're good, dude. Yeah. Well,
Yeah, buddy.
no, it's fine. So, anyways, we're looking to answer the question. What can you marry a dead person? And, I'm not Googling it right this second. I'm just trying to find where this live video is of all of us, or me and Travis. To whoever that one person is watching, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm sure it's Travis's sister here, which is fine. You are our biggest fan, so thank you. As you can watch me, I'm sure this is really exciting watching me struggle with technology here. Yeah, it is going live right now. We're at 46 minutes here. So yeah. It looks like it's not going. I hope this is still going.
Dead air.
That shut up. There's no dead air. We might have a problem.
Why?
No, it's fine actually. No, we're good. I thought we were. I think we're good. Does it say we're still going? 46 or something. Yeah, we're still going. Yeah, we're still going. Okay.
Did someone say something?
No. Well, a couple people are.
Oh.
That's fine. Is there any way you could maybe next time I'm not saying for you how to run your thing, but maybe next time hook the camera up somewhere else.
Where do you want it?
Well, if we were seeing this through your big TV, then we could read the comments better.
Oh shoot!
No, don't do it now.
Yeah, we'll save it for
next time. Every time we do something like this, we get a little better and better and better. You know.
First time.
The first time is always the worst.
Well, and sometimes
sex wise, I challenge anybody to tell me that their first time having sex was good. Shut up.
I can.
Nope.
Do you want me to tell you the story?
No, I don't.
All right.
I mean, if you really feel like you can. Is that Rick and Morty?
Yeah, dude.
Are you just obsessed with that show now?
I have been obsessed. I really want to get like shirts and like figures of them. I just think it's awesome. I love
a good show.
Love futuristic shows. Like growing up, my favorite movie was Back to the Future. Love that with a passion. And
sure.
I was watching a documentary on Netflix, and they said that, you know, how nice is it that you can have a show where you can do anything? Because who are you to say whether probably really anyway? Who are you to say what the future's going to have? And you give all these different things. And the one thing I love about Rick and Morty, for the most part, it's scientific, like Schrodinger's cat or whatever, where you got different like not universes, but different not realities,
existences.
But one difference. There were split decisions that they were making, and it's just very. I enjoy it a lot.
Good. It's a good show.
Opens your mind, I think.
Yes, that's why people like it, is because it's so original. That's what every review says, is like, yes, keep it on that to see are we moving?
Yeah, I mean, it's I don't know.
Because when I was looking at that, we weren't moving.
Because if you go like this, you'll see it like in 10 or 15 seconds.
Okay, so it is 10-second delay. That's fine.
It's got to be.
I'm totally fine with that. I I don't know. It was weirding me out because I was looking at it on my phone.
There I am.
I was looking at it on my phone, and it was super, like, we weren't even moving. We weren't looking at each other. Our mouths weren't moving. It was frozen solid. So it looks like you got it figured out on your phone. So I'll keep it over here.
Yeah, I currently have we don't have any listeners right now or viewers. I'm sorry, but
so what?
I don't know. It's fine. I'm just saying that we could definitely use some if you can hear us.
Wait, fuck you. We weren't doing it. No, we don't need you people. We're just doing this. We're doing this for our benefit.
Actually,
we're doing this for why? Because we want to, and because I've always thought that conversations that I have with people should be heard by other people. And that sounds that sounds super like pretentious and full of myself, and it is. But I guarantee you and everybody else, I guarantee you that all your conversations could be learned through something, or be learned. Have things to be learned from. I think I said that right. Dude, you'd be shocked at like how deep people get, and then all of a sudden, you have so many conversations in your lifetime, and you just forget what you're saying, and suddenly it's just, oh yeah, we just talked all night about what? And like I have gone back to listen to some of these, and like some of it's a lot of fun to listen to, and when we goof off, like it's easier with like other people here because we have 3 or 4 people making jokes and shit.
Right.
That's fun. But I mean, it doesn't have to be funny all the time. It doesn't have to be serious all the time. And that's why I don't like having a set schedule. We can just keep going.
Right.
You're not gonna fucking kill that thing, dude.
I can. I know I can.
Just
Gnats, the section for gnats. Yeah. So we were talking about.
Sorry, I'm getting distracted.
Oh no, that's fine. Just trying to think of what we were talking about. Conor McGregor.
We were talking about Conor McGregor, and then we went off. We didn't really have a second topic, but
okay. Let me tell you my first story, my first sexual experience.
God damn it! Strap in.
Yeah,
and he's gonna strap on.
Yeah, that was not involved. So
boring.
So the guy that actually was just listening, we were playing a gig. It was our first gig, unpaid, whatever, doesn't matter.
That's fine.
And I was good looking. I was really good looking.
Yeah.
Mitch, don't stop. So yeah, we play the show, and this one girl that was there. He's just like, dude, you have to. She said, come back to my place, because I was living with my grandparents at the time. And he's like, dude, just come back to my place. I was like, I don't know. And I had a truck. I had a big truck. It was horrible. I hated the truck. And so it's the middle of winter, right? And so I'm in my truck, and I'm like deciding, I'm like, screw it, I'll go. So I go, and I'm leaving the place, and I go
on, sneeze
and do it. And so I go into reverse. I put the vehicle in the reverse, right?
Yeah.
And so of course, being winter, there are snowbanks. So I'm backing up, and I'm like, I look to my mirrors, I'm like, I don't see anything. So I keep, and I'm like, what the fuck? So I get out of there. It's a car. And so I've been drinking, right? I've been drinking. And I'm like, okay, I could either call the cops, talk to the person. I think it was already beat up. I'm like, I don't think I did that much damage. So I just left. And
the guy you did it to is like, dude, asshole, I've been looking for him for years.
Yeah, this was in California.
Oh, what?
No.
For real? Oh.
But yeah, so that happened, and then we go back to his place, and he's got, I hope he's okay with this. Go to his little kid's room, right? So we were offered a Cars pull-out couch bed, correct? You know what I'm saying? So we start fooling around, and again, virgin, right? So I can't contain myself, if you catch my drift. Boom, done, right there.
Wow.
But then round 2 comes around, and dude, like I can't believe it happened. I'm still a little baffled to this day. Not exactly the one you want to test drive at all.
Yeah.
But it was just the whole situation. I was in a kid's room. You got the car's bed that's right there. And yeah. And then after we were done, she's like, does this mean I can have you forever?
She said that?
Yes.
Wow. How old was she?
She was 20. I was, I think, 21 or 22 at the time. She had to have been 25 or 26. Yeah.
She wanted you forever.
Maybe it wasn't quite
that.
Was
she joking?
Does this mean I can have you, or something like that, as in relationship wise?
So
I kind of killed it right after that, because I'm like,
yeah, right.
Ooh. What's funny too is
You should have said yes, fucked her, and left her. I'm just kidding.
So we actually made it. I mean, I struggled through it, but for 3 months I stayed with her. Maybe
wow.
less than that, yeah. But even that situation was screwed up, dude. I was not happy with that. But what I will say, which is funny, is my grandpa, the one I was talking about before, the 50 or 60-year-old, whatever, or late 50s. That night he was saying the same thing, like, dude, you gotta get in on that. I was like, Gramps. He's like, I'm telling you, dude. Sure enough. And so what's funny is the next day, I don't know, a couple weeks later, I bring her to my parents. Not like it was supposed to.
Wow.
It was just, we were on the drive there and I stopped by and I had a huge hickey on my neck. I've never had so much red on my neck in my life, dude. That was embarrassing, right in front of Mom.
Yeah,
and then and then the person that did it was right there.
Yeah.
So
she knows.
Yeah. There's no hiding it.
No. You're not a girl. You can't put makeup on her.
And then to try to hide it, I'll put a cold spoon on it. Does that really work?
I
don't know if anyone out there who's watching right now.
Yeah, one viewer.
Yeah, I don't know who it
is.
Hey, viewer. But I don't know if the cold spoon technique works at all. Have you heard that?
Yes, I've heard of it. Let's Google that. But first, let me reply to text.
All right. So with that too, I mean, no, I'm
not gonna reply to text.
That's why I kind of stayed. I wanted to get out of that too. I don't want to sound egotistical, but I knew I could do better.
Do you remember we were just talking about, can you marry a dead person?
Yeah.
I Google, can you marry a space dog, dead person, second cousin?
Whoa.
Let's go with dead person.
Nice.
Woo. Can you legally?
Oh, and hello, Holly.
Hey.
She's finally on. She was saying that she couldn't get on at all.
Can you legally marry a dead person? You joined at the right time, Holly. If for whatever reason you long to wed someone who has always departed for the great beyond, your local government might be willing to oblige, depending on where you live, if you meet a certain criteria. France is currently the world's capital of posthumous matrimony. Fuck off. You can marry a dead person, depending on where you live.
That is nuts.
Yep, it is fucked up. Then, posthumous marriage, a Wikipedia article. Let's see if there's a thing. It is legal in France, similar forms of practice in the Sudan and China since World War I. France has had hundreds of requests each year, of which many have been accepted. Ghost marriage. Whoa. Okay, requirements. When a woman's fiance died, in order for her to participate in the ghost marriage, she would have to participate in the man's funeral service, which included uncomfortable mourning standards, taking a vow of celibacy, and to immediately take up residence with the man's family. There are no requirements for a man doing this, but this has not been recorded. So a man's never wanted to marry a dead chick. Reasons. In Chinese culture, it is very shameful to be the parents of an unwed daughter, and unmarried girls are often shunned from society. For men, ghost marriages were performed for the sake of progeny. In addition, ghost marriage for men let the family's lineage carry on. The spouse of deceased male could adopt a child who would carry on the lineage of the man's family. Other reasons for performing ghost marriages for deceased males are dreams and seances from the spirits of the males who want to be married. Holy shit. Chinese tradition also says that younger brothers do not marry before their older brothers. So sometimes a Chinese ghost marriage will be performed to stay in line with this tradition. God damn, dude.
Isn't that crazy?
And then what was I going to look up?
Man.
No, what was I going to look up? It was dead marriage. Can you marry a dead person? And then I was going to Google something else.
Wish you would have Googled the first thing.
What was it?
I can't remember what we were talking about.
No, it was marry a dead person, and then we didn't do that, and then we started talking about your first time. And then now, the cold spoon.
Yes.
A cold spoon. Get rid of bags under your eyes. Get rid of hickeys. An ice pack will help prevent the swelling around the hickey and reduce pain. Do not apply ice directly to skin because it can cause an ice burn. Put a spoon in the refrigerator for about 10 minutes. Then wrap the spoon in a cloth and lightly rub it over the affected skin until the spoon is no longer cold.
Can you imagine?
I really don't think that's true.
Mythbusters, help us out.
I don't think they will either. Isn't Mythbusters done?
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think the side crew. I think it's called like the White Bunny or White Rabbit. That's it. It's on Netflix. I think they do some stuff.
I remember when everybody had a crush on that chick from that show.
Dude, I did for like 10 weeks.
Yeah.
Kind of weird, but
It's the 5th of the year. I never even got into that show, but apparently like they did the curve the bullet. They tried to curve a bullet like when Wanted came out. But I think the honest to God, like funniest, coolest thing I saw them do was one time they heard this myth that if you laced phone book pages together, you couldn't pull them apart.
I did that.
Yeah, you did the whole phone book.
I did the whole phone, but not even gonna lie to you.
So this is for anybody who's confused. You take 2 phone books and you open them up. You open the first page and the second page on top of it, and you do the second page, just
intertwining.
Close every single page.
Yep.
And you can't pull them apart. And then they bolted 2 things of wood to them, and they hooked them to the backs of 2 tanks.
Yep.
And they didn't break, but they didn't go anywhere. The tanks couldn't go anywhere.
Yep.
That's insane.
Man, I was back. I was like, there's no way. I was like, you have to be able to pull these apart. And I did a half-assed job of it too. And I was still like, Dad, and he's like, "What?" You know.
Now you have to redo it. You have to go back through and just.
Yeah.
But in that episode they did the entire phone book.
I thought that was nuts. And then I wonder what my dad was thinking too, because my kid is lacing a phone book together. What is going on?
Your dad just starts loading a gun. What are you doing? Nothing. I gotta pee.
All right, fair enough.
Sorry.
I'll try to keep you guys going.
If I come out here and you're playing music, that's a cop-out.
Yep. No, I'm going to talk about my first time smoking marijuana.
No.
Unless you want to be there for that. You want to be there? Well, there's a lot of things that are illegal in this country. But yeah. So I'm going to start out by saying I went to college, and you know, when you're in college, I feel like you have more of a vulnerability to try new things. And marijuana was one of them. I remember, I think it was like right after I did like some basketball there with the college team, and obviously I wasn't good. It was a small school, so I made it even for being white. And the guy, he was just like, "Hey, what are you doing?" And he's like, "Wanna come over and smoke?" I'm like, I was thinking about it. I was like, I was raised better than this. But then I said, you know what? No one dies from this stuff. Why the hell not? And so I kind of wait for Mitch to come back for the rest of this story. But just to kind of cap that off a bit, I'd say that, you know, I'm not going to recommend it, but something like that, I'd say it's worth a try at least once in your life. Even though I know some people say they don't get high the first time, maybe a second time, maybe, but I wouldn't be too scared to try it. But it's not like you have a great time, but it's a good enough time. Just trying to get by with some of what Mitch is doing right now. I play some music, but I really don't have any music to play. I wish I could see the comments. Wish I could see the comments that our viewers are making right now. Again, I know you SoundCloud listeners are listening to us on SoundCloud or on podcast, but we are Facebook Live. So if anyone is listening to the podcast on SoundCloud, we are Facebook Live. We're going to try to integrate this into our new system. So if you get a little lost as to who we're talking to sometimes, we're talking to our viewers. And, you know, for the listeners out there, do you have any questions that you want to talk about or anything to bring up? You know, we're more than happy to talk about some stuff. Or even if you have some stories, eventually what I would like to try to do is get a phone line here so that if we wanted to have a guest on the show, they don't have to come to this destination. We can just talk to them on the phone. I think that would be a fun thing. And we have Sir Mitch Connor. Yeah, Mitch Connor is watching this, but he can't be here for it. I'm a little disappointed by that, Mitch Connor. Mitch Connor just joined us on Facebook Live, and he couldn't join us at the actual table.
Yeah, he just said he had to feed his cat.
Fair enough. So back to my first experience. Like I was telling the listeners, viewers, so I was in college, got done with a basketball game. One of my friends, he was like,
"You played basketball in college?"
Well, I didn't. I practiced with the practice team here in Fondy, and it was a small school, and they needed some people. Well, I wouldn't call. Sorry, I'll go back. It wasn't practice. It was more of like they just were doing warm up games. Most of the college kids did it though, so I like to say, I practiced with the college kids. But I guess there is a big difference now that I say that.
Yeah.
So one of my friends was like, "Hey, want to go smoke? Want to smoke toke?" And like I was telling them, I was raised a good kid. I was like, marijuana, the devil's lettuce. No.
Yeah.
And so, but I was like, you know what? You don't hear any deaths from it or nothing. Why not? So, went, and the first time I got a little frustrated, but I was like, yeah, man, I'm going to have so much inspiration by smoking marijuana that I'm going to bring my guitar and I'm going to make some good ass songs. Didn't happen. Not at all. But I brought the guitar. He just started laughing. I was like, what? He's like, whatever. So the first time we go into his car, which for some of you who don't know is considered hotboxing. Worst first time experience ever, because you're in a car already, which first off, I'm not saying I was paranoid at all, but there are cops. I wasn't thinking about that at the time either. There are cops out there. We're smoking in a vehicle. And at this point, I wasn't even smoking cigarettes either. So my lungs are new to smoke, And so I puff it, and I'm like coughing, and then I give it to him, and then he's going to town. And then the car is already filled with a bunch of this smoke, right? And I'm already losing my shit. I'm like, and he's like, man, are you going to be all right? I'm like, I don't even know. And I just, for the first time, they always say you really don't get high. And I really did not feel much. I felt like,
yeah,
all squinty eyed, but it wasn't any, like I've done it before or after that. But, I would just say if you do it your first time, it's not the best, but like I said, I enjoyed it. I'm glad I did it. And it's just another one of those things where you step out of the realm of just, I guess, normality
and comfort.
Yeah. Felt nice.
Good.
Yeah.
My first time wasn't great. I'm not going to talk about it.
All right.
But I will definitely do it again. I have nothing against it. I haven't done it in a long time, but that's actually a lie. I did a couple months ago, but it's not a big deal. No, I the last time I did it, I thought my legs were broken.
Really?
Yeah. Well, one of the guys that we were with thought he was having a heart attack.
Really?
Yeah. So don't mention any names. But yeah, I have nothing against it, and I have nothing against people who do it, and I will definitely do it again. I'm not gonna go out and buy some just to buy it. Like, I could find 100 other things I'd rather spend my money on.
Oh, right.
But if it's getting passed around, I won't say no.
I have never bought marijuana. I've always been there. I think that's where my threshold was be that guy that's there. If it's there, do it, but don't buy it, because then you got a problem.
I know a lot of people who just live by that. They'll be like, yeah, I'll take a little hit, but they won't ever buy. And then there's people who are cool at buying, and then that's where you get it.
It's been about 2 or 3 years for me.
You're done coke?
I've never done coke. Marijuana is the hardest I've done.
I've done 3, 4. I'm just kidding. I've never done coke. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, right.
Dude, no. I've not even, nothing even above weed is not. I'm so scared to try that shit. Fuck that.
Yeah.
I'm scared of tequila, dude. I had a bad tequila experience. I've had tequila once, and I'll never have it again. I mean, I had a bit of a margarita once. My girlfriend at the time handed me one, and I've never had one, so I tried it out. And I'm like, ugh, what's in this? And she's like, tequila. I'm like, fuck this. And I just like handed it back to her. I'm like, no wonder. It tastes like vomit and juice.
Right.
It's not good, dude. I don't want any of that. You have a bad tequila experience?
I, to be honest, do not have that bad of a. I've not really drank all that much in my life, so I've really never had a bad drinking experience. There was one, only one, and I don't know if you want me to go into that or if you wanna go
Is
more.
Is it funny?
Somewhat. I'll just go.
Yeah, do it.
I'll go into it. So as a kid, I was I was not like, okay, I'll tell you the first time I drank alcohol. Scared of shit for this one. I was so scared. Weed I was ready for.
Mm-hmm.
Drinking alcohol, shit, I was not ready for that.
Yeah.
It's the first time I drank. What do I bring? 12-pack of Seagrams. The 12-pack of Seagrams. I am that guy.
How old are you? How old were you when you did that?
I want to say I was 17 or 18.
Yeah, you don't know what you're doing back then.
No.
Don't feel bad.
But yeah, I brought him to, so I was the joke of the place, you know. My regular friends are making fun of me, like, oh, that pussy shit. I'm like, the whole time I'm just like, I just don't want to die. Like, you hear about people dying from that shit. And I think, I don't know if it was it that time? I think the first time I drank, one of my close friends in high school, he just got shit faced, like horribly shit faced. He left the party, he went to another one. He comes back. And I want to say he was there for maybe 2 hours. He comes back and he's in a corner just dry heaving the whole night, the rest of the night. And from that moment on, I was like, oh my God. I was scared shitless. I was like, I do not want to end up like that.
Yeah.
I don't know what kind of persuaded me to get back into it, kind of, but so another one of my friends had his graduation party or something like that. And I was drinking, having a good time. I was the Blue Moon guy. I loved Blue Moon. And I still do enjoy it here and there. And I was just finishing off a 6-pack, and my redneck friend comes and he's like, "Hey, want to try some moonshine, apple pie moonshine?" Ooh. And I don't know if it was the real. Yeah, I don't know. But so apple pie moonshine, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, yeah, sure. I don't know what this shit is. I had no idea. No idea. He brought a whole gallon. And I want to say, like, obviously the top's not like the full portion of the gallon, but I mean, I got like that far through it, and he's like, dude, you better start slowing down. In my mind, I'm like, well, shit, this doesn't even taste that bad. And, you know, alcohol, you get that weird aftertaste or whatever. This can't be that much. He's like, dude, that's like, I don't know how many proof, but I mean, he's just like, you're going to get fucked up. And I was like, no. And so after that, I want to say maybe like 20, 30 minutes later, the room is spinning and shit like that. And the first thing I go to is the bathroom, and I'm puking in there. And all my high school friends were there, and I was just puking in the toilet like, Trav, you're making an embarrassment of yourself. You need to get help right now. So I call my mom. I call her, and I was shit faced, so I was a lot more. And so I call her, and she's like, Travis, is everything okay? I'm like, yeah, everything's fine. I want to go home. And so she's like, okay, where are you? I'm like, I don't know. Like, she's like, you don't know? Like, what do you mean? And I'm like, I have no idea, because it was in the middle of nowhere. I don't know the address, and I'm drunk. I'm not going to look at the fire code sign. You know, I'm not that smart. And so she's like, okay, well, I'll talk to your father. Maybe he'll know. So he did. And she's driving, and she finally finds me, and I'm in the ditch. I wouldn't call myself passed out, but I was waiting for headlights. And so there I was, just laying in the ditch. And she picked me up, and the next morning I was like, my parents were like, holy shit. Like, if, you know, a cop would have seen you there, that would have been really bad. Especially with the whole party over there, would have been that one guy that
just a body.
Yep.
A corpse.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So that was my bad drinking experience. And since then I have not had any bad experiences. Mm-hmm. And I'm happy about that. I've never blacked out. I remember pretty much most of the night, whatever was entertaining. I don't go, God, I don't remember how I got home. And that I never want in my life. That is the scariest shit ever. When you don't know how you got home.
Yep.
Not fun.
I blacked out once, and it was during the tequila night. I called it tequila night because I've only done it once. I have never had tequila before then. I haven't had it since then either. I was 21 for about 2 months. And this girl that I met, like, I want to say in 2009, like my first day of college. We just became friends right away. We checked out. We went to a couple classes together, and like we just stayed friends. Never anything more than that.
Yep.
Her 21st birthday, she gets 21 shots of tequila on the bar. I don't know if a guy bought them for her or like obviously like I liked her.
What was the bill on that?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Oh
I didn't care.
gosh.
I didn't care at the time. It was the bar was lined with shots of tequila. Just 21 of them. She's like, they're like, you don't have to drink all these, but these are paid for. So good luck. So I obviously was into her. She's very pretty, very fun girl, and she just wasn't having it. So like I'm out of there just being friend. She got like 5-6 guys surrounding her, all huge, all bigger than me. And
in the pants.
I don't know, but body wise, like they all
right.
worked out and shit. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll drink them even if I die doing it. I go to the one end of the bar. I'm like, so when we start in this shit, it's like, you can take them whenever you want. These are just like for people, as long as the girl gets her fill of tequila. She takes one. She's like, that's good for me. Like for tequila.
Yep.
That she was good for the night for tequila. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Clang, clang, clang. Sip a beer. Clang,
As your
clang,
chaser.
clang. Sip a beer. Clang, clang, clang. Sip a beer. Okay.
I didn't count the clangs, but how many clangs were in there? 9 clangs.
Nine. I didn't give a fuck, dude. I was pissed. I was more pissed and more agitated than all. And then these guys were like, holy shit, dude, you're fucked. You're fucked. You're fucked. And I didn't feel it right away, obviously.
Yeah.
So like 20 minutes later, I'm on my second beer. I'm drinking it. I'm like, I gotta pee. I go into the bathroom.
Blood everywhere.
No. I do my business. I come out, and as I'm walking out, all of a sudden the room just goes, just starts turning on its side. And I like started falling, and I grabbing the chair, and I sit down. Over the course of the night, I remember coloring on a guy's tattoo with a Sharpie. I was just filling in the marks. And the dude was not mad at all. Like, he's just like, you all right, dude? And I'm like, yep, just coloring on you. I'm good. And he's like, just filling the marks in, just.
It's like his war scars.
Dude, no, he was a young dude, but like he had a sleeve, and there was obviously like a design on it, and it was spaces in it. So I was just filling it in with a fucking Sharpie. And eventually, it came time to go home. And this guy, I know exactly who he is. I know his name. I'm not gonna say it. I think he started going to school again. Every time I see him out, I just like, I look at him and I think he knows who I am, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up taking her home, and then I remember getting in his car, and then the next second I was on my lawn. Yeah, I was living with my cousin at the time. She wasn't home. I was on my lawn laying there, and it was like 2 a.m, right? I laid down. I think I had a flip phone still at the time. And I remember going through it. I texted like maybe 2 girls. They wanted to come over. They never responded. And then I remember all of a sudden I woke up a little bit, and everything, the blue haze of the sun coming up was the sky was getting lighter. I'm looking up. I'm just looking, just all of a sudden I'm like, all right. And I'm like covered in lawn clippings and shit. So I get up, I climb into my bed, all the lights are on in the house. It's like 6 a.m, right? All lights are on, my TV's on, my bed is just spinning. I'm laying up face down, like on face down. All of a sudden I hear a slam. My cousin's home. She just got home from like her boyfriend's or some shit. She's like, morning, Mitch. And I'm like, hey. She goes, your clothes are on. There's lawn clippings everywhere. Shoes are on and you're in bed. Why are the lights on? And I'm like, she's like, oh my God. She could smell the tequila on my breath, like across the room, apparently. And she's like, well, as long as you're good, I'm going to get started. I'm like, start with what? She starts cleaning the bathroom, which is right next to my door, with all this ammonia and cleaning products like the Ajax and shit. Mm-hmm. The second she uses it and I smell that shit, I ran into the bathroom and I remember puking over her shoulder. just everywhere, like not even making the toilet.
Was she cleaning it up from you?
No, she was just cleaning it in general.
Why
It's a bathroom, just cleaning. And I ran in there, went, and she's like, oh my God. It's like all straight tequila with like a little bits of food and shit.
Beer.
And she's like, she looks at me, she goes, you just saved me a day of work. And she hands me the cleaning supply. She goes, take care of that whenever you're ready. She left the house. Around noon, she came back. I was sleeping. She woke me up. Nothing's clean, nothing. I've never felt worse than that ever in my life.
You would think she would maybe understand.
Nope. Yeah. No, you're right.
Like we all have our our days.
She used to talk about her glory days when she would go to UW Oshkosh, but she was like, she went to school to be like a nurse or some shit, and then she worked in Milwaukee at the time, and then she drove home from Milwaukee, I guess, in the really early morning to do shit at home, and she just was like, all right, well, this is my day. I'm going to clean my bathroom, and just happened to be on like the worst day I've ever felt.
Yeah, no shit.
And so she ends up I ended up leaving that day. Like I walked to my parents' house, I think, and I laid down on the couch. I'm just laying there, and I had to go like pick up my check from McDonald's that day. I had to pick up paper checks to go cash them. And then I completely forgot I had a date that day.
Oh my god!
Not with a girlfriend either, just like a potential like girl
casual.
that I met. And I showed up, and the first thing she says is, "Dude, you look like shit." And I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like shit."
Oh my gosh!
That was the worst booze night of my life. I've never been worse than that ever. What do we got?
Charlie's commenting.
On what? What is he saying?
Stories.
Yeah, dude, it was really bad. I've felt bad since then, but I've been pretty careful. I felt bad a couple weeks ago. Someone bought me a couple of liquid cocaine bombs.
Mm-hmm.
So it had like 3 shots of liquid cocaine in it. And it wasn't good.
No,
I felt really bad the next day. For some reason, remember my Walmart remedy where I would walk around Walmart when I was hungover?
Yeah.
I didn't do that. I did something weirder. I went into the parking lot of Festival Foods and fell asleep in my car.
Oh my gosh.
With the Eagles playing.
Oh my gosh.
I listen to the Eagles when I'm hungover. Taking it easy.
That's a weird remedy.
I know, dude. It's weird, huh? Dude, I'm getting hungry. I haven't eaten since like 3.
The hell did I eat?
I didn't even eat supper.
Really?
Did you?
I'm trying to think. Because I went to my mom's cousins, and then I drove here. Did I eat anything? No.
Oh, well, we're gonna have to go get something then.
FJ's rooftop.
They might be open still.
It's Labor Day.
We could go get blue cheese and with wings, or you go fuck your mother.
Yeah, I saw that on
it's been no one will ever work up the courage to say that. No. Not in our friends group, because it's like you don't know what if they fucking blew snot in their food.
I honestly think that I would be able to do it.
Fuck, you wouldn't eat the food that came back.
I would.
No, you wouldn't.
Because it'd be all fun and games.
I wouldn't.
I would be serious and be
you.
like, I'm just kidding. This is a bit that we're supposed to do.
I wouldn't
on our
let
show.
you, dude. I would have to like tell the waitress. I'm like, listen, he's joking.
No, like we just say it later afterwards, and when our food's out, and be like, we were joking about that. It's
like, yeah, don't eat that third wing right there. What's inside it?
Just went all waiting on it.
It's like a fucking half a cockroach carcass.
Oh my god.
I don't know why I did that.
What?
Like I turned away from the camera, and
is this how we're supposed to talk?
No, I'm just leaning back, getting into a more relaxed position.
More relaxed position.
What did you do this weekend besides that one thing that we're not talking about?
Well, it was my birthday this weekend.
Hey, you're 25 now?
Yep, quarter of a century old.
Oh man.
And there are certain people out there that I'm probably getting pissed off that I keep saying that. I love saying it.
I hate the fact that you're fucking saying it.
Oh, you hate that I said a quarter of a century?
Because when I turned 25 and I lost my mind because I thought I was getting old, everybody was like, "Oh, you fucking weirdo! You're not even that old." And then including people who weren't 25 yet, and now that they're turning 25, every single person that said "shut the fuck up" to me is losing their fucking mind. Like, "Oh my god, I'm so old."
There's
girls are fucking panicking now. They're like, "Oh god, I'm getting so dried up."
Having my quarter life crisis.
Yeah, man, it's fucking real. It happens.
Yeah, but this weekend I went. My bandmates, we went out to have a nice dinner. I had steak and haddock. It was really good.
I hate you.
And then that night, went out for a couple of drinks, told stories, and then we went out to sing karaoke. And the funny part about this was, started out good. I always go to my go-to for karaoke, and that is Kryptonite by Three Doors Down.
Jesus Christ.
That's my go-to. Sang the shit out of it. My next one was Easton Corbin, All Over the Road. Love Easton Corbin. You might not know him. Love his country music, and that's probably why
he's
you don't
country.
Know him. He's country.
Well, he needs to burn. Sorry.
Oh
I'm sure he's very talented.
And towards the end of the night, I went from beer to Bacardi and Cokes. I love Bacardi and Cokes. I could drink that stuff straight, for goodness sakes.
Yeah.
Not trying to brag, but I love that shit. And right towards the end of the night, I was singing a song, and what's weird is the musician in me was hearing myself, not the drunk, not my ears weren't impaired. So when I was singing it and I was having a good time, a part of me took a step back and was like, "Holy shit, are you even singing the same song?" Like, yeah, I mean, the words on the screen were kind of fading and stuff, and I'm like, "God damn it!" And I remember there was a girl there, and this is where I started losing myself, because remember a girl being there. She had to have been like in her 35 or something like that. And she spoke kind of with an accent. So I tried matching it. And eventually I picked up on it that it was Spanish. And she's like, "Oh, I can't even do it." It almost sounded Russian, but she was speaking Spanish.
Maybe she was Russian.
But she was white, like really white. Maybe she was Russian, but I started speaking Spanish. I don't know. I said, "Maso," like, how you feeling? Maso menos. I was like, what the in my mind, I'm like, dude, what the fuck are you doing? Like, dude, get yourself in the game. Like, this is kind of embarrassing. You don't know much more than uno, dos, tres, and you're going into Maso menos, dude. Now you're really starting to make it sound like, and then she eventually asked me if I spoke Spanish. I'm like, not a lick. Like,
I'm a fraud.
Yep. And so after that, me and my band member, we sang one last song, and we headed out, and woke up the next morning. I woke up in the bathroom floor, mainly because I, again, know my limits. And I'm not trying to brag. Didn't have water that night, and I was very ashamed of myself, because I always try to have a glass of water, because of the hydration part of it. It'll kill you in the morning if you didn't have a glass of water. So wake up in the morning, the mouth, just all that, whatever you drank that night is just like sat there and just almost like fermented. And I wake up, and I remember praying to the porcelain goddess at one point. So I flush it, and it's like almost stained on the toilet. So I had to scrub that out. And I woke up. I didn't have a hangover, but I did have a little bit of vertigo going, because I was still kind of falling. I'm like, damn, am I still drunk from last night? And I'm not one to brag about getting fucked up. I hate that so much. But then I go downstairs, and the band member was like, "I do not feel good." She's like, "I don't know when the last time I drank that much was." And I'm like, "Me neither. It's been a long time." But it was a good-ass time.
Good. But
for all the listeners and viewers out there, know your limits on karaoke. If you're good, stay good. Don't push it. Once you've had that fifth drink and you know you're starting to suck, no.
Where did you do karaoke?
I don't even know. It was up in Kaukauna, so I'm unfamiliar with it.
Why Kaukauna?
That's where band practice is. Band rehearsal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like the song "Here Without You" by Three Doors Down. I don't know why. It's not the lyrics. I don't give a fuck about the lyrics. It just sounds so cool.
There are some Three Doors Down songs that are really good, you know?
Yeah. When I'm Gone, I remember when that came out. I loved it. It's so simple and easy, but it's just
powerful.
Almost. I like it, dude. I like it. It's
they're Canadian, aren't they?
Three Doors Down?
Yeah.
Let's check it out.
Not saying that makes a bad band, but I'm pretty sure they're Canadian.
Sure it does.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I actually like I like Silverstein a lot. The band Silverstein. They're from Canada. American rock band from Escatawapa,
Canada.
No, Mississippi. I know.
Wow.
No, that does sound Canadian. I know. It's formed in '96.
Huh.
So yeah. Here Without You, When I'm Gone.
You don't really hear much from them anymore.
Oh, don't play it. Don't play it. Don't fucking play it. Yeah, I know. I don't know what they're up to. Should we see what they're up to?
Yeah, sure. There was got to be another band out there that I've wondered what they're up to. Like All American Rejects.
Yeah, dude.
They faded.
When we went to when we went to the bachelor party, I don't know if I ever showed you those videos, but the day I uploaded all those videos to Facebook, I was like 16 of them. There was one where we were at like a kind of a rave bar.
Yep.
It was just like a pagoda or whatever in the middle of the country. It was just like, I want to say it's maybe the size of this house, but it was all open and there's a bar at the back of it and then a DJ booth and the rest was all dance floor. Mm-hmm. And the whole thing was covered in fog and lasers. And it wasn't rave music. They would like play dance beats, but then they would play like pop songs behind it. It was a blast, dude. Like it was just you wanted to jump around to it. Maybe I'll you can check it out whatever, but it's wow. They're still going, so that's good. They're right now. Dead Air. I think the last time they even had an album was 2011.
That's a long time. They must be riding that train.
History. Here we go. Them riding the train. It says they're still active, but that just means they haven't done yet. Wait, dude. Apparently, Matt Roberts, former guitarist Matt Roberts, died on August 20th, 2016, at the age of 38 from a prescription drug overdose. Holy shit!
Wow.
In January of 2016, the album's release date was finally be revealed, March 11th of 2016. So I guess a new album just came out. It's really, really hard for a band to come back, especially after their ship has sailed. Like, do you know the genre of nu metal?
No.
NU metal? Okay.
No.
That's kind of like Disturbed or POD or Pod or whatever you fucking call it.
Okay.
Now, or let's take Linkin Park. The first two albums of Linkin Park were rap metal, kind of. Mm-hmm. The second album was kind of more soft, but it still had that feel. This came out in like 2001, 2004, whatever. And that's what everyone fell in love with. And the reason they couldn't come back from that, and they tried to make new albums, and they tried to stay current with the times, like the demand of music and the direction it was going. And everyone's like, oh, you fucking sellouts. You don't want to do what your fans loved what you for anymore. It's like, but they knew that if they kept doing rap metal, could you imagine if a rap metal album came out today? No one would fucking listen to it. I mean, granted, you have your diehard fans that want to listen to it. But could you imagine like something that used to be popular? Like if you did like a hair metal album today, you would have your hardcore listeners be like, yeah, fuck yeah, fucking yeah. And you would have the people, but it wouldn't make mainstream. You wouldn't make any money out of it. And it wouldn't chart. You wouldn't get anything out of it other than a couple of people that like it.
Kind of like our podcast.
Oh. But what I'm saying is like, I don't... We're down to one viewer.
I saw that. I think it's probably only my sister.
But I think it's just it frustrates me as someone who's never been in a band though to see like bands who like them, they've probably come out with like 4 albums since they were big in like the early 2000s, and they're not going anywhere because they stick to what they know and they're making their music. They make music that they want to hear, and it doesn't sound like no one wants to fucking hear it. Like, it's not charting. Like Bowling for Soup, you didn't know that they came out with a new album in the past, year.
Did they sell it on their album too, though, or no?
I wasn't like the first 3 songs. It sounds exactly like something that would have come out 12, 13 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. Like, that stuff's not around anymore. So I understand why the demand isn't there. No one wants it.
She just texted me. Yep, just me.
Thanks.
That's awesome.
Thanks for reminding us that we suck. Your presence reminds us that we suck.
Yeah. At least it's not 0, I guess.
At least it's not 0. Yeah. That looks good because it'll say like we had this many views. I guarantee you next time we double our viewership because people are starting to
what, fucking 6?
Yes. Dude, the first time I twitched, I had
God.
like 3 views the whole time. The second time I did it, I started showing people. Dude, apparently my Twitch channel got brought up in a lecture at Marine Park.
What?
Yes.
Double what? What?
Yes. What? No, I was talking to this girl, and she's like, "What are you up to?" And I'm like, "I'm streaming Twitch." She's like, "What?" And I told her what it was, and she took a picture, and her professor had it pull up live on the big board, and it was like 20 people watching this, and apparently they're like, "Dude, stop swearing. We can all hear you." There's like people. Well, I'm like, "Oh, we're all adults here. Who gives a fuck?" And I was saying that, and they could hear it through the screen or through the speakers, or whatever. And they knew I was talking to them, and I guess the professor was like, "All right, I'm shutting this off." I was playing Fallout 4.
Oh god.
And I was just shooting people and exploding heads.
That's funny you're wearing that shirt too. I really wish I had. Yeah, right. Not that saying that I wish I had time for it, but I wish there was. I wish I had more time. I wish it was more like productive, worthy of if I played video games.
You wish you prioritized it more.
Not really, because I've come to this conclusion that, and this is different for everyone, obviously. But when it comes to video games, your achievements are only good for the only thing you can do with your time that you invest is your account's the only thing that's actually worth anything. So if you have so many achievements, I'm not saying you have to sell it, but the only thing that's really worth anything is your
gamer score.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. And for me, that's not an achievement in life. Like I can't go anywhere and be like, yeah, so I got this trophy, unless you get it around the right people, but you can't be like, I got this trophy or that trophy or whatever they do on Xbox. I don't know.
Well, Xbox has achievements, PlayStation has trophies. Well, the thing of it is like, I'm a big achievement whore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where like every game comes with like 40 achievements and it's like kill 25 guys or do this. Like some of the shit's really hard, but they're so addicting. And I do it not because of the money, like there's no value to it.
Yep.
I just like saying that I've done that. Like if you get around the right people and they're like, dude, I was working on this achievement, man. Oh my God. I fucking spent like 20 hours. I never got it. And I can say, well, yeah, I spent 20 hours on it and I got it. And they're like, oh, respect, dude. Like, I 1,000 pointed Dark Souls 1. You see, it doesn't mean anything to you, and that's okay. It doesn't have to. It shouldn't. No, I do it because I actually enjoy it. I'm not doing it for an end result. Like, I don't play video games for an end result of anything. I play video games because I'm like, this looks cool. Like if I see Gears of War, you ever play Gears of War?
No.
Okay. Well, they were gonna call it they called it the Halo Killer when the guy was making it because all Halo was just there's no cover. You just run around and go shoot shit.
Yep.
He wanted to make a game where you could actually go behind cover and shoot over walls or shoot on the side, take cover instead of in Halo where you're just running.
Right.
And I play games because maybe at the time I'm like, man, I'm on a challenge of Gears of War right now from cover. Or if I want to feel like a crazy dude, I'll play Halo where I can just run around and pick up shit. Don't have to be tactical. I just want to be just crazy, watch explosions and kill aliens. Or maybe I want a really good story. I want to play like the Uncharted series, or I want to play like a Lord of the Rings game because I just watched Lord of the Rings. Dude, it's all about what I'm feeling at the time. And like I don't play for an end result. You know, like what's the end result for your band? You eventually want to get famous and make tons of money.
To be honest, no. I just wanna play. I've got a passion just to be. I like this is the furthest I've ever gone with a band. So my end result really is just to get on stage. I know that there's going to be an end to it. I can guarantee you it because just for personal reasons, I know it's going to end. Not from my part, and it's just going to happen. And to be honest, that's what I want to happen. I would like to get my musicianship down, and then maybe move on from there. But for now, I'm gonna stick through it, and get as far as I can with this, and then maybe take my talents elsewhere.
So you just told your bandmates just now that you plan on leaving them.
I could talk to you later about it, but
Jesus.
it's a different case.
What if they're watching? Right
If they're watching, I mean, they know about it.
Oh, I thought they said an 11. Still a 1.
Or my sister had said maybe we had 18 views total, but
that's still cool.
She said you had 18 views, but I think like a bunch of them were the same people.
Probably. Who cares? That's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Well, see, there you go. See, I was wrong about what you want to do with your band, and you were wrong about why I unlocked those achievements. It's not like a WoW account where I'm like amassing this huge amount of resources and then I'm going to sell it off.
Right.
I'll never sell off my Xbox account, and hopefully someday my kid will be able to join me and make an account too, and I can play shit with him. Like,
hell yeah.
No, it'd be fun. I mean, I first and foremost want my kid to be like, or kids, whatever. I want them to be like, I don't want them to be gamers. Like, I'm a fucking gamer. I don't want my kids to be gamers. I don't want a girlfriend to be a gamer. I don't want anything like that. Like, I want a girl to like keep me in reality, but also respect the fact that like this is my hobby.
Yep.
It'll never overtake me. It'll never make me, it'll never make me like a one-dimensional person. This is something I do when it's raining or whatever, or I'm bored.
When it's appropriate.
It's like, if you have a better idea, tell me. Like, do you want to go make clay bowls or something? Do you want to do pottery? Dude, I would love to do pottery. Like that fucking wheel, like in Ghost. Like, in Ghost?
Whatever, dude.
You fucking making the bowl and forming pottery? I swear to God.
No, that would not be. You know, this would be you. This would be you right here.
Fuck you. I would not make a dick. I would not make a dick. Maybe once, just to laugh at. I'm sure everybody makes a dick when they first get a hold of that wheel.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love to, like, try, like, an art, like an old art, like weaving or, like... Dude, you know what? Chicks make blankets all the time. That's something practical. Dude, chicks... My buddy's wife crochets. She makes her own clothes.
I actually found it's crocheting is where you got like the thing and you
I don't know.
Well, anyway, it's one of those things. I actually did enjoy that. I thought it was a feminine thing, but it's actually a lot of fun.
Cooking's a feminine thing, but I like to do it.
Take that back.
Fuck you. No, I won't. Working on your car, that's a manly thing, but women do it.
Kind of go off on that. Back when I was DJing, there was a girl that was always once in a while would be by me. She was a little heavier set, but she put on a good face. You know, you knew it was a fake face, but she was good looking. And
this is good. It's getting pretty bad.
And I remember that.
I'm sorry.
All right.
No. I mean, no.
I get what you're saying.
Well, people would be like, "What the fuck, you sexist prick?"
No, it's not a sexist thing, but she. I think she was talking about how she was looking for a man, and so like I took from this that she was like wanting to maybe date or something like that, and I'm trying to do my job too.
Yeah.
And so I said, why not? I said, why not do it? And God damn it, I don't know how it ended, but I remember her storming off saying that no one wants a woman who is a grease monkey's daughter, and she cried and ran away.
Oh God,
I don't think I said anything sexist. I think I said that. No, that's what I was doing. I was offsetting it. So I was like, no, you'll find the perfect guy. You find the perfect guy. Stuff like that.
Well, she wanted you.
Yeah, but then I gave her like hope, and then she storms off like, I'm just not that kind of guy.
Here's what I think is funny about what you just said. Like, this is the funniest fucking part, and I'm going to get a little triggered by this because I hate women that will just pick up anything and cry and get emotional about it. She said the words that you just said. No one wants to be the grease monkey's daughter.
Yep.
Who gives a fuck?
Right.
If you're a grease monkey's daughter, that means your dad is a mechanic. What does that mean for you? That means that she didn't even imply. I'm sure she was implying that, I'm also a mechanic.
Yeah.
But like, she didn't say that. So all she did basically was say that my dad's a mechanic, therefore no one wants to be with me. What the fuck is that? Who gives a shit? My dad owns a fishing trawler, therefore no one wants to date me because I smell like fish all the time. If you're good looking enough, I'll get over the fish smell. Dude, I'm just saying, like, it's so stupid to say that. Like, that's like some medieval shit. Like, my dad is not a lord of a castle, so therefore why would anybody want me? And the fact that she fucking cried from it,
yes,
and stormed off pisses me off because I'm like, what the fuck? Who gives a shit what like your dad does as long as you support yourself?
Exactly.
Or you're like, if you're young, you know, whatever, but like if you're like your age, like 21, 22, and you're like got a full-time job and you're starting to get your shit together, like, holy shit, who gives a fuck what you're why? God, it pisses me off.
Well, and it's just like,
oh no,
I think she did eventually go on to be a mechanic. But
cool.
That's just who makes you who you are.
Cool.
Someone's gonna find that awesome.
Dude, dude, that'd be practical as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
As fuck, there I go. Dude, I don't get that shit. I had a girl one time tell me, I saw her at school like after she graduated, and I'm like, hey, you know, as a joke, I'm like, hey, shouldn't you not be here? And shouldn't you be in your field? She's like, I'm visiting a friend. And I used to be like super friendly with her, and we just kind of fell off, you know? And she goes, I'm visiting a friend. Okay. I'm like, oh, well, that's cool. Like, how's your life going? She's like, can I talk later? I'm like, yeah, that's fine.
Were you naked that she wasn't interested? Or
no, we were both in. I was walking around in the building at Marin Park.
Dude, I don't know how you go to school.
Huh?
I don't know what you.
I wasn't naked. I had clothes on. I pretty much dressed like this. I had pants and a t-shirt.
Nice.
But yeah. So that night I messaged her and I'm like, hey, so like you seemed a little off when we were at school. Are you okay? She's like, I'm just down. I'm like, why? She's like, because I'm alone. And I'm like, you mean like dating wise alone? She goes, yeah. Like I don't fucking have anyone to date. And I'm like, I'm like, have you tried like just going out some places and striking up a conversation? She's like, I'm too depressed to go out and do that. I'm like, is there something like deeper than this? Like, are you getting down from something else? She goes, no, I'm depressed because no one wants to fucking date me. Okay. Like, you're depressed because no one wants to date you. No one's dating you because you're depressed because no one wants to date you. That's it? She goes, yeah.
That's like
how is that fucking normal? How are you alive right now?
Isn't that like the whole, I'm fat because I eat.
But I eat because I'm depressed.
Oh, yeah, that's
I'm
it.
sad because I'm fat, but I eat because I'm sad that I'm fat. It just keeps going in a fucking circle.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just bothered me so much when she said that, because it's like, that's probably why no one's dating you, is because you want it so bad.
Right.
You can't want that. You can't just straight up be like, you can't shove commitment in a guy or a girl's face. And like you as bad as this sounds and like unsympathetic, I feel like you should fucking know that by the time you're like 24. to like maybe being desperate and saying, I want a relationship when you're, 18. I'll go as far as 19 or 20. You know what the fuck you're doing when you're 20.
Right.
You're just figuring shit out. And then you have the balls to be 24 and say, well, no one's fucking dating me. I'm like, you're an adult. You can't act like this. Basically, you're having a temper tantrum because you're not getting what you want, but you're asking something for someone from a huge commitment. Like, let's date. Let's commit to each other with no one else. And people are saying, well, what's so hard about that? You fucking do it. Go out there and date someone right now. The next person you see. Yeah, I didn't think so.
Right.
It's like people say, oh, no one dates anymore. Dating is fucked. No shit, it's fucked, because we realize that like it's scary to plunge into something so soon and so suddenly, and then you realize that you're unhappy, but you can't leave them because society would look down upon you. Sorry, I've thought this way for a long time, but no one agrees with me. I'm not saying casually hooking up is good, but I'm saying honestly, if dating works for you, then stick with that. But if hooking up works for you, stick with that.
I've never been down that second path
But
ever.
but I'm like, if you're experiencing heartache and you're just miserable doing one or the other, then you kind of you have to look critically at yourself and objectively and say, okay, what don't I like about this? Is it the loneliness the next day when the person's gone? Well, then maybe I should look for something a little more permanent. Or am I frustrated that this person stayed the night? Then get their fucking ass out of there and start sleeping around. Doing nothing is the worst thing.
Or the same thing.
Yeah, you're right. Like doing nothing to improve the situation.
There you go.
Like doing, like not looking at yourself and not thinking you have to improve. We talked about that earlier. Not thinking. I posted a Facebook status about that the other day. Like people who think they don't have to improve on their lives, just fuck that.
That's called plateauing. It's the same thing with anything. Even today, we didn't plateau. We got the live stream going.
We got 2 viewers.
Yeah. Hey. And that's with anything. Because then, I don't know. Oh, I've talked about a couple band people that have came by, and it just seems like they've plateaued, don't want to improve themselves, and it just affects your everyday life,
Now I should mention that, like, if you plateau at something and you think you're okay, then you think you're good. I have no problem with that. I'm saying I want people in my life, like I want people in my life that want to, like, increase, like, their vocabulary. This sounds so fucking pretentious, but I look for partners, I guess you would say, that want to, like, I don't know, maybe we shouldn't talk about it. It's just too, I know I'm going to say the wrong thing to someone and someone's going to go like, what the fuck, even though no one's watching it. I don't want to come off as like the wrong thing, because it's hard for me to articulate what I want to say about this, because at the same time, I feel one way about it, cause I want to say I want to only keep people in my life that always are constantly improving, but that's wrong. That's wrong to limit yourself to that kind of crowd.
Yeah.
I don't want to improve myself musically. I don't give a fuck about it. I'll strum a guitar and say, I'm fine. I'm not about to say, put me in your band, Travis, because I play guitar. But I'm not about to say, okay, I'm going to pick it up again and start jamming on it 12 hours a day. And you shouldn't want to not spend time with me because of that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't want to spend less time with you because you don't play video games or watch movies as much as me.
True.
There you go. So, like, I needed to convey that. But I don't like people who want to get better at something or want to be better at things, but think that they already have it. I don't like people thinking they have mastery of something when they don't. Mm-hmm. And that can be anything. Like a bow. Like if you think of the best with bow and arrow and you're like, yeah, I'm the fucking best. Fuck you. You're not.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah. I mean, just going off on that, it's the truth.
I just don't like the whole, yeah, I know we went on a big spiel like of dating and like not thinking you have it all together, and then it just fucking crumbles out. But like, I don't like the fact that some people think like I don't have to improve and you should like me for that fucking reason. It's like, I want you to improve. I don't like it, like, because I'm constantly improving. Mm-hmm. I want to constantly improve. Why the fuck aren't you matching that? You know, that's just what I would look for in a person. I want to be like, why aren't you constantly like, you know?
Well, that's kind of like, you got a recipe, right?
Mm-hmm.
You make mashed potatoes, cookies, I don't care. But
it's
always nice to, mashed potato cookies.
Mm-hmm.
Throw a little garlic in there.
Mm-hmm.
That was really good. And that's taking like a step forward,
Yeah.
I threw too much pepper in there. Now I'm learning from this.
Yes.
Let's tone it back and go from there,
Yes, thank God. Yeah. Like, it's like going down a road and there's left and right turns. Like maybe this left turn is going to take you a little bit far back, but then you just pull yourself right back on that road and then maybe take the right. Oh, that put me farther ahead.
Mm-hmm.
And you just keep snaking your way through life.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. So What's your sister got to say?
Well, I do not know.
Oh, okay.
Did you see my just going off on this now?
Mm-hmm.
Did you see my status on Facebook where it was like, it's amazing that Labor Day weekend feels like it did when it was like summer vacation as high schoolers.
Yeah.
I was in the bathroom at work and I thought of it.
God.
But it's the truth. It just, I was so amped. I was so amped for this weekend.
Would you say you had weekend adrenaline?
I would say I had weekend adrenaline on random days during the week. Typically the weekend, but today's Monday.
Weekday Labor Day adrenaline. Dead air.
Yeah, just
blowing up. I need to respond to some stuff on my phone too.
All right, I wish
that means you have to hold it up.
I gotta hold it up.
That means you have to hold up. I have to pee again, dude.
You have to?
Dude, I'm like diabetic or something.
You're not diabetic. You're just.
I know I'm not. I'm just a bitch. How long have we been going?
I believe it says 2 hours.
Oh, really? Do you want to go for 3 or no?
No.
Okay.
I do not. I'm thinking like maybe we'll wrap it up here soon, 2 or 2:15.
Okay.
And then we'll go get some.
Oh my God! Yeah, I'm hungry. I'm really hungry actually. Not too expensive, please. I'll tell you about that later.
Oh, all right.
Well, dude, my transitions from jobs. When was the last time you changed jobs? I mean, you've worked at the place how long?
I did leave there last year. I did. So last year I left there and came back. I learned my lesson.
Why'd you leave though? Or what do you want to talk about it or no?
Well, just for anyone who's listening, we all have jobs that we get, it's not exactly the job, it's the people. And my current supervisor at the time, I didn't feel wanted. On my part, I didn't bring it up to really anyone other than myself. I think he felt tension, but I don't know if he understood it. It was affecting my day-to-day life sometimes because I would come home pretty much pissed off about a certain situation or decision. And eventually I just said to myself, I'm sick of this shit. So a buddy that I had, he's like, hey, come work here. And he got me the job there, paid less. And I went and worked there for 6 months. And, I'm not saying the business is bad, but, they didn't offer everything that I had at the current position or at the current place I was working at before. Like health insurance. It was like $200 a paycheck. And there it was totally different. And
wait, your health insurance was $200?
Yeah. Like a lot of people said that it was almost better to go on like Badger Care or Obamacare. Yeah. It was cheaper than that.
Holy shit.
And a lot of people that were there who have left now at the place I used to work at, mm-hmm. they would just be like, why did you leave there? This place, no. And so I left there, went back, and then my friend and I got into I wouldn't say a huge fight, but he had his words because I left there and went back to the other place. And now like I said, I'm super happy with it. Me and the person I had a feud with, we've had discussions and talks and stuff before, and we see more eye to eye now. And I'm starting to, since I replaced him in his position, he moved up. I'm starting to see the frustrations that he goes through, or that did go through on a day-to-day basis. And I can understand where some of his retaliation wasn't exactly, he didn't really mean it. It was more impulsive. And of course, as a supervisor, you want to keep that back. But, we all, again, like we said before, we all have our days.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, that place of work, definitely awesome. I wouldn't trade would I trade the world? I don't think so, because that's where the place of work is.
Yeah. Oh, funny. Well, when I got this job, I quit my last job. I put in my 2 weeks and I worked it out. But then I haven't been paid in 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I used to get paid weekly.
Oh, wow. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Less taxes.
Well, I don't think you get a bigger tax return then, to be honest. Anyway.
But yeah, when it comes to all that stuff like taxes and stuff, I honestly think it all evens out.
That's why you need write-offs.
Yeah. Do you know what a write-off is?
Yes, they do.
They just write it off.
you
ever seen that?
You just go to the IRS site.
No, you ever seen that on Seinfeld?
No, I don't watch
They
Seinfeld,
have like a
remember?
2-minute discussion about write-offs. I'm gonna have to show it to you after the podcast.
Are you
it's really
serious?
funny. It's really funny.
That's funny.
I think you'll like it because they both of them are acting like they know what they're saying, but they fucking don't. But no. Oh, that was your feet.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's my good feet.
Sorry, my good feet. I have an extra one that I keep in my closet for on rainy days.
Yep.
So anyways, I haven't been paid in like 3 fucking weeks. And like, I'm just gonna straight up say it. I don't have fucking money. But I have 2 healthy credit cards, but I just keep swiping those fucking things. I know.
Is it like a 0% interest, or is it one of the ones you have to pay every month?
Oh no, it's every month.
Okay.
I have 2. One is almost maxed out, but the other one I will never ever max out.
Oh.
I think I told you the credit limit on that other one. I'm not gonna say it out loud. It's pretty high. And it's not a black card, where black cards are unlimited.
Oh, is that specifically what the black cards are for every company?
Actually, no. Okay, because I thought that. I thought if a business had a black card, it just says black card on it, and it's a black piece of plastic.
Yep. With
a data chip in it. That's usually unlimited. Apparently not, because I saw a guy at the bar that had a black card, and I was, this is none of my business, but like, is that unlimited? He goes, no. I'm like, that's not unlimited credit,
man.
Like, I think he answered fast enough to the point where he didn't think I was trying to fuck around with him
or steal it from him.
Dude, he was like a foot tall. I mean, he could have fucked me up if I tried anything. That's why I felt okay asking that. I had no beers. I had nothing in me. I'm just like, hey man, like, it's none of my business, and this is really weird. And I told him why I was asking him, because I'm just like, I thought every black credit card was black. I just got a new one, and I showed him mine. As a sign of trust. I'm like,
as a sign of trust,
that he wasn't just, I wasn't like trying to memorize it while he was like, I'm like, yeah, can I just see the back? Just see get the security code and shit. No, I said, no, this is mine. I'm like, I got a really high credit limit on this, and I said what it was, and he goes, oh yeah, I did. Mine's just 10,000.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, that's pretty much unlimited. He's like, yeah, I'll never get close to this. I'll never get close to it. He's like, this is just my everyday card. And he wasn't balling or anything. He wasn't balling out of control or anything. He's like, I'm like, do you have any more? He's like, yeah, I got another one, but that goes to my wife.
You guys start trading them?
Yeah, like Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
Shit. But no, I have one that's only a $750 credit limit, and that is the first credit card I ever got. I got it right when I turned 18. I got a flyer for it in the mail. I responded. It was Capital One.
All right.
So I've seen commercials for it. It's real. And that had $750 on it, and they've never raised it. I've never requested a raise for it because I like to keep it. I like to limit my credit card use, and that's almost full because I maxed it out a long time ago when I didn't have a job for a while. I don't care if anyone judged me on that. We got one viewer anyway. No, I went through a phase where I didn't have a job for a while, and it was like right before I started my career, like my short-lived career in IT. And we've never talked about that.
No.
We will someday.
All right.
I was going to save it for today, but we ran out of time. And I filled that up when I had no money coming in, and then I just did minimum payments, which is never good.
No.
You'd be shocked at what of all the shit I've gone through, you should be shocked at what my credit score is. Won't say what it is, but it's not bad. So I get this new one, American Express, and it's fine so far, but I'm putting quite a bit of money on it. Not anything extra. I have not done anything extra other than last night. I went and got those blue cheese with wings with my buddy who I haven't seen in 2 years. And that's not who I think it is it?
Yeah.
Oh, lame. Man, your mom's annoying. I'm just kidding. But no, I have like this fear that like I'm gonna put too much money on it before I get to my paycheck. But I'm gonna have like a nice 80 hours on it or whatever. So 82, I think. Because I was there for 2 extra hours. And then sucks I'm not getting paid for today. This is my 90-day introduction thing. Yep.
Well, technically this will go on.
Nope, I won't get paid for today. They already told me I wouldn't.
No, I was thinking maybe if you were lucky, because you've been there for 2 weeks, right? So this one, this is actually today or whatever is going to go. Well, no, you'll get paid for the first 2 weeks, so you get 82. But the next paycheck, you're going to be
just 80.
What?
Oh no, I'm going to be short then.
The next time. Yeah,
the next time.
Not that our listeners really care, but
yeah. I don't know. It sucks. That's why I said nothing too expensive. Like, I don't know where you want to go. It'll be fine, but just please keep me in mind because I'm broke.
I just know that.
So announce that on air.
Yeah.
No, sorry.
I've got a, and still kind of do. I've had a credit card problem. I see that 0%. You know what that means? Whatever that credit limit is, baby. Throw it up there. You can start making payments. Just divide it by 12, divide it by 10, however many months you got left. That's free money. That's free money.
Mm-hmm.
And I hit the fan, dude. It got down to like 2 months, and there was like I think 25 on it. I'm like
$25.
100.
Oh, what? Jesus Christ,
dude.
I've
managed it because with those 0% interest ones, they'll bite you in the ass later. Because sure, you got 0% interest now, right?
Right.
You don't pay that balance off by the time the promotion's over.
Yeah.
All the purchases you've made, all that interest applies to that.
Yeah.
No, whatever's on there. So like, let's say I had $4,000 on it. If it's 15% or 20%, that's 15 or 20% of that 4,000. And then if I don't pay that off, if I'm still making minimum payments, again, still that much.
Yeah.
You know, we're going off that. So as dumb as it sounds, I never really realized that growing up until it finally came to the time.
No one teaches you that shit.
Yeah. And that's the thing that sucks. I honestly don't know what I would have done if I didn't realize that. I probably would have been like shocked that where's this extra $400 coming in on my card?
Yeah. And
then I would have had nothing to do with, you know.
Wasn't that you that I talked about school for forever? Or like the setup of school?
No.
That might have been somebody else.
Probably someone
else. I thought it was you. I talked about like how they should do personal finance in school, like high school. They should teach that.
Yeah, we maybe did, because I know we had personal finance. We didn't really hit on credit cards at all.
That's part of it.
I remember them saying that like the average person owns 3 credit cards.
3? Shit.
On average.
South Park.
But that was back in 2011.
Okay. In 1998, South Park said you should have 2.
Yeah.
South Park. Yeah. I'm going by a fucking cartoon from 98 when I was 8 years old. I was like, yup. I'm going to go by what this fucking kindergarten teacher's. No, it was a home ec teacher. They were comparing home ec to shop class. In shop class, they're like chopping up boards and shit. But then Kenny went into home ec because he wanted to be with all the women. And they showed him how to like bake a cake and how to take advantage of men. And like, so when a man is looking at you, you like walk up and touch their arm, or then you look him in the eye and like bat your eyelashes and shit. It was super sexist. Like looking back on it's so fucking funny. They basically taught women how to like take advantage of men.
Right.
Just with your looks.
Yeah.
And now you want to have at least 3 push-up bras. And like, and then they showed they said, what's the perfect amount of credit cards that a man should have? And like, 1's not enough. That guy's not building credit. He hasn't got shit going on. You want to dump him right away. 5's a little excessive. So they whittle it down. It's like a perfect amount of credit cards as a man should have is 2. And you see Kenny make a little note.
Yep.
Like 2 credit cards.
I freaking love that Kenny was involved in that. And then he dies in the shop class.
He gets killed anyway. Yeah, he gets put on the saw.
Yeah.
Like saw him right in half.
Because from the beginning of the episode, that was what he feared. When he walked into the room, he just saw all the sharp objects, and he's like, "Nope, you're gonna do this," and that's how he dies anyway.
Remember when he gets killed on the flagpole? This is probably like my all-time favorite.
I think that's way in the beginning.
Oh yeah, it's like on the first or second season where like he falls on the flagpole, sinks all the way down, and then the rats chew him off the pole and take him over.
That became a huge gag.
Yeah,
the whole rat thing.
The rats. The rats carrying him away, and then like right around season 4 or 5, he stopped dying.
Mm-hmm.
And then like every now and then they'll kill him.
Yep.
Very seldomly, but it hasn't happened lately. You didn't watch Game of Thrones finale, did you?
No.
I feel like we should talk.
If you want to talk about it, go ahead.
No, I don't.
We'll save it for next time.
No.
Oh.
Because if you don't watch it, what am I going to tell you? I'm going to tell you the exact ending and then save you 70 boobless hours. Actually, no. There's tons of boobs in that show.
I don't.
There are more tits in that show than like. What's the most risque show you can think of?
Pornhub.
No. Naughty. No.
most
show like HBO, Cinemax, cable.
I don't watch dramas, so like
No. Anything like that shows nudity, show wise. There's shows that show nudity.
I can't think of one show that I've watched that has had nudity, an actual show.
Okay.
Because I'm actually shocked whenever I see like boobs in a TV show. Movie, that's understandable.
Well, like, okay, so like HBO is like premium, like there's no censors.
Yeah.
They get away with anything. I think the only thing they cannot show is like, well, sorry for who's ever still listening. This is too graphic, but they can't show penetration like during sex. They can't show the
on HBO
dick going in because that's technically porn. That's rated X.
Yeah.
They can only do hard R's. Whatever. They can only do like rated R, hard rated R shit. Like the most gruesome kill I ever saw in Game of Thrones, was when the Mountain fought the Viper. These two guys fought. I won't tell you what happens. There's a hammer kill in one of them.
This is a spoiler alert?
No. The Mountain and there's two characters that name the Mountain and the Viper, and they fight, and one of them kills the other one, and it is so gruesome. Like, just the way he did it, like, bothered people. And then, hopefully the camera didn't see my hands because I actually just made the killing what he does with my hands. And then there's another kill where someone gets killed with a hammer, and it's known as the Hammer Time kill, and you can watch on YouTube or whatever. Yeah, just go to YouTube, type in Game of Thrones, and type in Hammer Time kill if you want to see some really gruesome shit. And they show it all on YouTube.
Is it like remember the South Park episode where they do a WoW, and then at the end of it when they finally kill the guy, they do the hammer smash?
Not like as graphic as that,
right,
but the first kill, the Mountain the Viper, that's what that's like. The Hammer Time kill, sort of like that, not as bad. Take that minus the head exploding.
Okay.
So the hammer does go into the head, but they don't show his head explode.
Do you see splatter it on?
Oh god, you see everything. You see a lot of shit, dude. But as far as like risque, I hate to say this, but you know the movie show Sex and the City?
Yeah.
I think
My parents banned me from watching that.
If you think of risque before Game of Thrones, I honestly think Sex and the City had it. Unless someone in the comments can tell me like a more rated R show than Sex and the City.
I mean,
where it showed tits. I've never seen that show.
Neither have I.
If there's tits, a lot of tits in it.
Actually,
then,
Shameless.
Yeah. Okay.
That'll give you.
Yes.
There are so many boobs.
I've seen. Okay. I've never watched Shameless except I watched like the first 20 minutes, the first episode.
Okay.
I'm interested, but there's so much of it.
I know.
Like, it turned me off to watching it. It's not like Breaking Bad where it's 5 seasons. Every episode's 50 minutes long. And it hooked me from the beginning.
Oh, yeah.
To me, I feel like I'd have to like set aside like a month or two for Shameless. It just turns me off to it.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a commitment, but I will get it eventually.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned risque, like, oh, what's a show with a lot of boobs? Fucking Game of Thrones, dude. I almost said RuneScape. Guess you know where my mind's at. Yeah, I'm talking about tits, and really, I'm thinking about RuneScape.
Wow.
But
loser,
yeah. Dude, no, there's so many boobs in RuneScape. Yep, there's so many boobs in Game of Thrones, dude. Like, and they show sex, like a lot of it, but they don't. It's all simulated. It's not like they don't show the actual shit.
If there were no sex scenes in Game of Thrones, do you think it would be as good as it is?
No, it would be good, but not as good.
Fair enough.
Like, and they show everything, dude. They show dick, ass, tits.
I'm happy about that.
There might be a shot of a vagina, but I'm not. There's so many episodes. There's 78 episodes right now.
They're all an hour long.
No, some of them are less, some of them are more. The newest episode was an hour and 25 minutes. God. That's a movie.
I was just gonna say, just make a fucking movie.
There's a rumor that they're gonna do that.
Really?
But it's not founded.
I bet it's gonna kill it.
They said that if they may do a spin-off movie of it. They're already working on the spin-off. and it's going to take place like either before or during Game of Thrones. Yeah, it's heading to the end. This is the last season. It's going to be 6 episodes long, and all the episodes are going to either be an hour and a half or 2 hours long. It's going to take them a year at least to film it, and it's going to take a full. It won't premiere till 2019.
That's nuts. That's going to drive the fans crazy.
It's going to suck because I love that show.
Just fill it in with Shameless.
It's almost done. I have no problem waiting. It's just they're getting right down to the end of like, this is it. How are they going to finish the show?
I'm sure
I have no idea.
The same thing.
Yeah. Well, because they used to go by the books, and the books they're way past the books now. So, anyways, what time is it? What time we got? I know what time it is, but like, what time is on there?
We got, I think 2:15 exactly in 10
yeah.
seconds.
Let's wrap it up.
This has been Weekend Adrenaline with Alex Carolina.
Thank you. Thanks for watching, everybody.
Yeah,
and Holly? Is that your sister's name?
Let's try to keep her name off the air, man.
She's in the comments.
I know, but still, we don't want to trigger anyone.
Thank you for watching.
And
you're
Jarvis
cool. Everybody else,
Stevens.
thank you for watching.
Yeah.
We're gonna try to do this fairly often, and if you guys want us to talk about anything, or if you guys have any questions for us about us, or we'll go. As you can see, we're pretty open with ourselves, so we can talk about anything we want.
Big shout out to Justice.
Who?
You wouldn't understand.
Okay. I'm your co-host. Share it with me, please. Anyways, yeah. If you guys want us to talk about anything in particular, if you guys want to even come on here, we're in that town, you know.
Yeah, just private message us.
Yeah.
Hey there, girls.
Who said that?
Justice.
Yeah. And if you want to ever come on here and hang out with us and talk with us, we got kind of serious sometimes, but we really do. The more people we have, the more jokey we can get. And if you don't want to be on camera, that's fine. We can record it and put it on SoundCloud. We cater to our guests.
No, we will put a bag on your head as
we're not Al Qaeda.
Oh my gosh.
All right. And on that note, you got anything to add?
No. But I'm gonna have to walk over there and stop it. So
that's fine. So what?
Have a good night, and I hope you all had a good Labor Day. Like our Facebook page. Invite your friends to like our Facebook page. And because you never know who's gonna like podcasts, and hell, maybe they'll be on the show too. So we're gonna try. Like I told the listeners we're gonna try to hook up. Try to get a cellular device that we can hook up and have it transmitted through the mixer, and we can do maybe some interviews with some people and they won't have to drive so far.
Like from California.
Whoa!
All
right. And good. Nice, Justice. Good night.
Bye. You got to walk all the way over there and turn